I'm spending my fiat on bags. They holding the fear that's sad. I'm not gonna take it a chance. I'm chilling, got meat on my hands. Yeah, fuck all the haters, they mad. Cause the shit coin winning a crash. To the moon, X off your bag. The bigger the bag, the bigger the splash. You buy all the ups, I buy all the downs. Sold your whole bag, now you feel like a clown. I only stand up, I never stand down. I take a look around, now jealous of me now. It's a rat to practice, thought I was a joke. Joke's on you, which is fucking the smoke. Rock shit, this is how it fucking goes. When you show music, me and bags big ghost. Chain got it on me. Didn't stuff your bags, that's why you hating. Didn't stuff your bags, little bitch, you basic. You sold too early, paper hands laces. But in the comments, I won't say shit. Trying to get it back, oh, you really do it, chase it. Like around my neck, worth more than a spaceship. Back then, what's up, why they all hating?
Reporting for duty, rockets be boosting so much wealth. I need me a shooter or two. We blast and we boost. Know you the bag, I'll eat the goop. Used to be cash, now we get bags. No more throwing the cash. QR code on all of her asses. She got a ledger address. She said send me a drop, leave me a memo without a tag. You feeling attached? So many bags. You don't wanna send your ex on me. Do you mind waiting? BTC, it'll be there in an hour. I got crypto powers. You can smell my flowers.
I'm spending my fiat on bags. They holding the fear that's sad. I'm not gonna take it a chance. I'm chilling, got meat on my hands. Yeah, fuck all the haters, they mad. Cause the shit coin winning a crash. To the moon, X up your bag. Bigger the bag, bigger the splash.
Look what we got, straight to the top. It do not stop, mixing the pot. Digital gold, don't take the shot. Got it on lock, 3, 2, 1. Rockets in the sky. I got my mind on my crypto in my crypto.
Yo, 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 yo! What up? Can we get a focus here? Can we get a little focus here? Let's get a little focus here. Come on, baby. There we go. All right. How we doing, guys? Welcome to Crypto Night Live number 62. 62! As you can see, I'm in the Oval Office. Trying to get an answer to these fucking elections. Let's get these people in there. Let's get these good people in this office. Let's get focused. Let's get focused. There we go. There we go. All right. Crypto Night Live, number 62. Appreciate you guys coming in. RippleNet memos. Trying to drum for you guys. Hopefully you can hear it. Hope we got something popping here. There we go. All right. In the Oval Office, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get some... Let's get some action here. Let's see who won this. Hans loaded. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, pimp? Hans, thanks for joining us, brother. Thank you for joining us, brother. Boom. Legendary. 62 shows. Elbow cough. Let's go. XRP bags. Ho, ho, ho. Yo, yo, yo. And a ho, ho, ho from Bagman. Let's go. Boom. Crypto OG. Ren and Stimpy. That's right. I got the inspiration from E4. Powdered Toast Man. Let's go. Susan Chippy from Conroe, Texas. Hello. How are you and Darren? I hope your guys are going good. We love you. I thought I was late, but I'm early. That's right. Here we go. Monica in the house. Rocking the Bearable Bull. XLS 20D Bearable Bull. Damn, look at that. It's metallic and it's dark. I was wondering where that picture was from. Thanks, Crypto OG. There we go. There we go. Ren and Stimpy. Randy B. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Let's go. Boom. Randy B. Same Susan. Arizona does not. DST became 7. Okay. I don't know what they're talking about, but they're talking about some Arizona shit. Let's go. Of course, this is not financial advice. There we go. Let's take a look at the rest of the comments, see who else is in here. Shout them out. Let's go. Nerdy in the house. What's up, pimp? It's happening. Great shakeout. Let's go. Turn up the mic a little bit. Blast you out. What's up? There we go. Nerdy in the house. Rip USDT, USD. That's right. Stop that Ponzi scheme. Stop it. Stop it in its tracks. In its tracks. Let me see. I got to get this thing focused, bro. Let me stop cam real quick. Boom. Boom. Start cam. Does that help? That doesn't help, does it? Huh. Oh, well. Alex D Vlogs, what's good? What's up, pimp? Chilling. Focus. Focus, camera, damn it. Maybe some lighting will help. Let's throw some light on. Boom! Let there be light. I don't know. Maybe it'll focus itself. Who knows? Boom. What's good, Alex D Vlogs? Groze, buy the dip. What's up, pimp? Buy that dip. Let's go. Island Ghost in the house. Hey, fam. Bad service tonight. Wind is howling. It's okay. We're glad to have you with us. Appreciate it, Island Ghost. It's so happening. Let's go. Bullish Tiger Army, 11 this fire sale. Let's go. Yeah, we're at what, 33 cents? Something like that? Crazy. Rugged in 2 minutes record. Any of y'all on Exodus? Yeah, crazy. There we go. Bullish. What happened with Exodus? I don't know. We're about to talk about it, though. Who knows? Chris. Okay, then. All right. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Good to have you in here. Let's go ahead and fix this freaking camera once and for all. Let me see if I can get some little tuckage. Let's tuck it in. Let's tuck it in. Ha. It's a whirlwind. It's a whirlwind of camera mayhem. RippleNet memos. There we go. Cool. All right, we're focused now. We're good. We're Gucci. We're in the house. Crypto Night Live, number 62. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that little drum sesh. I don't even know if you can hear it. I'm trying to experiment to get this thing going, cracking, popping, and so I can do some different stuff for you guys on Crypto Night Live. So, cheers to everybody. Thanks for having me. There we go. Alex D Vlogs, yo. What's up? Everett Franklowski, hey-o. Tony Bags, Beers and Ghosts. Let's go. Randy B, hey-o. That's right. Let's freaking go. There we go. Very easy hydroponics. Allen, Berserker. We're almost to the bottom. Started for the bottom. Now we're here, pimp. Rolling down the street, sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my zerps. Let's go. Boom. Levi D. We got fresh blood in the house. What's up, Levi D? Lurkers or likers, hit that like. Hit that like. Might as well subscribe too. Shit, I was at like 425, 423 subs. Went down to like 417. Motherfuckers. Love it. Tony Bags in the house. What's up, pimp? Oh, XR free me. Oh, snap. Darcy's in the house. All right. Yo, let's go. Crypto OG, Island Ghost. What's up with the Exodus? Randy B, sick. Boom. Wow, go Berserker. Yeah, dude. Try to church it up. Take something and make it nicer. It's like taking a cheap bologna sandwich and throwing some fancy cheese on it. That's what I'm trying to do with my drums. Let's go. Hopefully you guys like it. Just beat it. Noise. Yeah, E4 will have to rock with me in live next time. He'll have to play guitar and we'll play drums. We'll figure it out. Right, guy. Talent. Let's go. Yeah, just trying to throw some shit on Bags' tracks. So shout out to Bagman. That was what was that? It was one of his tracks. It was sick. That's what it was. Dope. There we go. Tony Bags Fire. Monica, rock those drums. Let's go. Boom. Bags, Berserk, Pimp. Yeah, dude. So cool thing is that Bagman is hella cool, and he's homie, and he's OG, and he's cool with me playing on his tracks. I appreciate it, Bagman. Thank you. Thank you for creating the original music, bro. So if you guys don't know Bags, go to XRP Bags on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit like. I think he's going at like 42,000 right now. He's reaching 42,000 subs, so that's pretty good. Pretty damn good. Congrats, Bags. We love you, bro. Happy Crypto Night Live number 62. Good shit, guys. Let me get through these comments, and we'll throw the link in the chat, and we'll talk about what fuckery is going on with the elections. There we go. Berserker is a professional drummer. Yeah, dude. I'm not like professionally taught. Like, I'm just a garage drummer, but I put hella years into it, and I got a lot of experience being with bands. So I know what it's like. I know it's like to fill in the gap and make sure that there's no dead time. So I guess you could say in a way I am a professional drummer. So there you go. Moneybags Not Bob. Yo, what's up, pimp? Yo. Lots of yos in this. Talking Ova. Taking Ova. There we go. I was like, what? Ova? What are you talking about? There we go. That was a crypto. Oh, geez. What's up? Alan says. Boom. Legendary in the house. Love it, Berserker bro. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Oh, I sent the package. The Eagle is in the mail. So you got the package in the mail coming, Dave. So watch out for that. E4 rocking. Ducks. Let's go. Ducks. Presidential Berserker. That's right, fool. I kicked open the door to the Oval Office, and here I sit and we're going to have a live stream in the Oval Office. They're going to have to deal with it. Ralph Cooper, hello, people. Hello, Ralph Cooper, in the nature, protecting the women and the children and everybody on earth. In the nature, teaching, prepping, loving. Ralph Cooper. We appreciate you, Captain Cooper. Berserker out. We got it. Alan in the house drinking coffee. No, I'm not drinking coffee. This is actually green tea. So I got my normal coffee cup, but full of green tea. Even though it says together. We're together. The chickens, the pigs, and the cows. We're together. We're together. We're together. Alex Yeet, yeet, yeet. What's up, pimp? Good to see you, bro. Paper in the house. Paper Chaser. What's up, Berserker fam? Chilling. Everybody's chilling. Ralph, Edward Bags, Norseman, Alan, Legendary, E4, Free Me, Not Bob, Rye Guy, let's go. Right on, Sean T, we love you. You guys don't know Sean T, that's DJ Jazzy XRP in the chat, so just so you know. There we go. Alex E, President accounted for, smash them likes, hit the notifications. Boom, I think I got a banner for that shit. Let's throw it in. Let's throw it in. Let's throw it in. Boom. Subscribe and like. There we go. Sup, 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 sup. Everybody sup. Animals in the house. Sup, sup. Bam. Paper Chaser. What's up, Berserker family? Brew Crew. Brew Crew. Brew Crew in the Brew. Lower level. What's up, fellas? Welcome to Berserker. Where the players at? Where are all the players at? There we go. Aloha, pimps and OGs. What's up, Levi? Welcome in, bro. Hopefully you can join us in the chat. Legendary's in the house. Yep, I think we're good. Devin Steve's good with the thumbs up. Thumbs up for Devin Steve. Boom. K-Hud. K-Hud, what's up, pimp? I missed the drums. I have to check it later. For sure. For sure. Appreciate it, guys. All right, let's see who else is in here. Let me give them a shout out. Otherwise, we'll just start the show. We'll throw a little link in there, start talking shop, seeing if we can talk about some cool shit. I think we're gooch. Yeah, everybody's gooch. Hit the likes, Blue Crew. Hit the likes. Thanks, guys. We got 30 watching. Let's go ahead and dump that banner. That thing's huge. Boom, there we go. All right, here's the invite link. Boom, boom, and then we'll throw it in the comments. Boom, 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 and boom. Lots of clicks going on here. Boom. There we go. We got the invite link in the chat. Let me go ahead and turn this music down a little bit. Talk some shop. Talk about what's going on. Talk about what you guys think is going on. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to fix some shit. Throw some Hans Loaded in the chat here. This is Hans Loaded Anomaly. That's the name of this track, guys. Love it. I'm going to rock to this until some people come on. Boom. Boom. We got Tails in the chat. Good shit. Good shit. Good shit. Playa. What's up? Tea time with Tails. Let's go. Yeah, guys, we'll talk about some shit. I can just go over Twitter shit if you're not going to join. Guys, fuck all you. Fuck all you people. There we go. The invite link's in the chat, guys, if you want to chat, but let's go ahead and look at Twitter real quick. Take a look at what's going on. I can't really make hide nor hair of what's going on with the elections. It's pretty crazy. We'll have to talk about it a little bit, but let's see here. Boom, Twitter's there. Boom. We got a back screen. Boom, vlogs in the chat. DJ Jazzy, what's up, pimps?
What's up?
Thanks for joining me, guys. You guys got balls of steel. Love it. Love it,
up?
dude. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Have you heard anything about Cali? What happened to Dolly or whatever? Did he beat Newsom? Won, of course.
I didn't hear anything.
Did they call anything? That's the question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting on the Kerry Lake audit. I mean, the Kerry Lake election. Wondering what's going on with that.
Right, because that's going to change everything. Sounds like DJ Jazzy XRP is having severe gastrointestinal problems. Are you burping, Sean? What is that? Sean, can you speak?
Yeah, dude, my mic was off. What are you talking about?
Oh, there we go. I heard some like burp.
I have no idea. Bro.
Was that you farting vlogs? What's going on, dude?
No.
It's like burp. You guys can hear it, right?
Yeah, I can't hear that.
See that? You hear that?
No. Hey, yeah, I'm with vlogs. I'm waiting on the Kerry Lake thing, that election in Arizona, and in Georgia, the Senate race has to go to a runoff. So I'll be trying to mobilize the troops to make that happen.
Okay, I'm gonna automatically adjust your guys' mics. That should correct anything. There we go.
Okay, you good?
Yeah. Cray. Yeah, I think we're good now. I think we're Gucci on the audio. Let me go ahead and adjust my mic, and then I'll adjust my echo. There we go. Should be better now, guys. There we go. All right, who's on the screen? Up, D4.
Right on.
For everything.
D4.
D4.
Hell
bro.
yeah.
These
Hell yeah.
Before
I'm on the
everything.
cell phone. Is it echoey bad?
No, it's Gooch, bro. It's Gooch. It's not like mic quality, but it's still Gooch. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit. Boom.
Word,
There you go.
word.
Word. We got Alan in the stream. Boom. Alan, what's up, pimp? How you doing?
Very easy, Alan.
Hang on.
Yep, Gooch. I think we're all Gooch now. Shout out to, like I said, Crypto Tales in the chat. What's up, pimp? Boom. Lower levels in the chat. Boom. We got
Dude, shout out to the chat. The chat is off the chain tonight. And the chat was off the chain in OTC's channel. Everybody was there. It was like a party.
By
That's
the
good.
It's
blood.
funny because even in these down markets, XRP guys are just like, fuck yeah, kill it.
Yeah.
Buy a dip. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Alan.
All right.
It's
Who
funny,
bought
XRP
Okay.
guys are
today?
not at all phased in this market, I think. It's just funny.
I got to piggyback off what Alex just said about XRP guys. Are just like, let's do it. So, Berserker, where do you want to go? Are we red pilling first on election stuff, or are we going into the Sam Bankman-Fried stuff right away?
Dude, honestly, I don't even
That's
I don't even
bigger,
control half this shit, dude. Half the time, you guys take it where it goes. So how we doing? What do you want to talk? We can talk about whatever. Sam Bankman-Fried, obviously a fucking deep state fucking. They bought Blockfolio, turned it into a monster, and then Binance fucking smacked the shit out of that guy, dude. Yeah.
Did you guys hear what Boy was saying about Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, was palling around with SBF and some other political figures to try to
I heard that on
quell
Twitter.
DeFi?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Dude,
saw that on
that's
Twitter,
deep.
yeah.
And there's supposedly more coming out over the next few weeks. He was with the Senate Finance Committee or the Banking Committee, trying to make something happen that would have basically killed crypto.
FTX came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
in
know.
all the-
Remember that
It's
shit?
in all the stadiums. Like out of
Yes.
nowhere, it's in the Super Bowl. Like Coinbase was around longer than that, and their commercial was just a fucking QR code. What's that about?
No, well, here, I got something
Bouncing
even better
around
for
like
you,
a
E4.
fucking screensaver on Tetris or some shit.
Yeah, E, I got something better for you. So I've been paying attention to sports the last few years because I'm a sports guy. And I remember when Coinbase started advertising in the NBA only the NBA. But the NBA market is smaller than the Major League Baseball market. And then FTX comes out of nowhere with the Super Bowl ad with Tom Brady. And then that following baseball season, they were advertising on every umpire's jersey. They were advertising on the backside of the pitcher's mound originally with a infographic that was kind of superimposed on the back of the pitcher's mound. And I'm like, who's FTX? I just knew it was crypto, but I had never heard where it came from. They spent $1 jillion, and then the Miami Stadium or Miami Arena is named after FTX. And the only other stadium that was named or arena that was named for crypto was where the Lakers play, was Crypto.com Arena. That was it. But Coinbase had been laying the groundwork a year before that in the NBA, and the advertisement was only wrapped around the base of the basketball goal, and then sometime it was superimposed on the floor. That was it.
FTX was the second biggest donor to the Democrats. It was
Hey,
a Ponzi
I got
all
one
along.
for you.
Exactly.
All
I got
along.
one for you
This
guys.
is FBF
Go ahead.
and fucking Clinton, dude. You can't make that
Sam
shit up.
Bankman-Fried is to Flare what Vitalik Buterin is to Ripple.
Mm.
There you go. Yeah, what the fuck is Blair doing in that photo? Can't stand that man. Yeah, it's like,
I mean, look at the logo. Like, fuck.
yep.
Bro,
It's like minus
bro,
the F.
all those
And what is-
ambassadors, bro. All those ambassadors. How many people? You had James O'Leary, you had Graham Stephan, you had all these people promoting FTX like crazy.
Yep.
Absolutely insane.
They gotta wash. They gotta wash some losses down. You know, they made too much damn
Wash
money in
the
the stock
losses.
market.
Watch the losses.
Come on,
go.
we know what this is.
Bro.
We're not stupid. We all
And what does
Exactly,
what does
right here.
FTX stand for?
You
What
cannot
does FTX
bullshit
even
a
stand for?
bullshitter. You know what I mean?
Fuck,
mean,
fuck,
What
Those
does
people have like
FTX
those people have like
stand
millions of
that
followers,
XRP.
millions of viewers, and they all got scammed. That's absolutely. I wonder if these people are gonna get sued. Like for example,
Probably.
like do you guys listen to X22? X22 keeps
sometimes.
pushing. He keeps pushing this Bitcoin garbage, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if these people, for example, like all these influencers that push FTX, all the influencers that put Celsius, and all these other networks, do these people get sued? Who gets held responsible for this?
Dude,
That's my
Nobody
question.
No,
yet.
Alex
Yeah.
Jones
Nerdy, there's gonna
sued
be
for just a
Nerdy, there's gonna
comment.
be about there's gonna be about 7 lawsuits that come to FTX in the next couple weeks, and half of those will probably be class action, and that'll bleed over into suing these influencers. It's coming.
It's coming.
You know, they said 99% of the crypto is going to be wiped out. How's that really going to happen? I mean, we're witnessing it right now. I mean, this is like the perfect storm. I mean, really, the perfect storm has been brewing for months now, and we're just witnessing it unfolding. It's great. We're going to see more exchanges probably go down too. So I had to dip on the chain because I had to get somebody's crypto offline, and I suggest that many of you do too. That's why I don't stake. That's why I've been saying for a long time I don't do any of that stuff because it's not worth losing your money in the crypto game. So
It's
get
in
you guys crypto
it's
offline.
in- it's at 34 cents. Fiat leak right here.
It's 34.13 right now.
It's
34.12.
bouncing off of that, right?
Yeah.
You look at the 1 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour.
I'm not looking at the chart. I'm looking at Fiat leak.
Oh, gotcha.
We got
Oh.
Stephanie on screen. What's up, Steph? Your mic's hot. I'm gonna mute you if I can. Won't even let me mute her. Let's take her off. Let's kick her. Boom. She'll
Yeah,
come
she
back
came
on.
on with
Wow.
she came on with some wild stuff last stream there.
Right. It's all
Keep-
good.
keep-
Yeah.
I want to know. So if all these, if FTX made that big of a dent on the crypto market, what happens when the dollar and USDT falls?
yeah,
Ouch.
yes, the tether. Hmm.
Ouch.
The reason why FTX fell so hard and made such a big dent is because they were invested in other projects and other crypto exchanges, and they were invested in other crypto investors, which made them insolvent too. That's why the hit was so hard.
Probably
There you
had
go.
some Evergrande paper deal too. You know, they leveraged a lot of this money.
You never know. And see, and that's the problem. If I was to run an exchange, I would never go more than 2 times leverage. Never, ever.
I
These
believe
guys are
this
going
is-
10 times
Well,
leverage.
Binance
I
bought
believe-
that shit, didn't they? Aren't they buying FTX?
No.
I heard they are.
No, they pulled out. John
They
Lee
pulled
did a
out?
video an hour ago, said they're pulling out.
Nice.
I believe this is a decoupling because Bitcoin's right now is at
Keep it
16,000.
Blockfolio forever. Go ahead.
Bitcoin right now is at 16,000 and XRP's at 34. Last time it was like that. Big XRP dropped down to 28 cents and it has never. It's the lowest it went was 33. So the decoupling has already started.
What was
The paper
FTX's
planes.
market cap before it started dumping off? Did anybody get a screenshot of that?
Well,
You
it was in
remember
a,
that, Mr. Fool?
didn't this
How
worth?
much?
It was like
Bitcoin,
$21,
how
Alan.
much? What? It was $21 when it started dumping.
Yeah.
So if we could figure that out, then we can kind of know where a bottom is from just that. I can figure
I
out
believe
what
it. I think it's gonna go. I think it'll go down to 8. It'll go down to 8 maybe, and then we'll have some kind of USD thing, and it'll go down to 5. And then I think when people realize that it's a scam, that's gonna all that money will go into.
Are you talking about
Exactly.
FTT?
I'm talking about
Bitcoin.
all the coins. Bitcoin and all the coins
Oh,
in
you're
general.
talking about Bitcoin. I see. You're talking
Yeah.
about Bitcoin.
Well, you got to remember that one exchange had all of the tokens on it. How much XRP, how much BTC, how much Ethereum, how much of everything was on there still in actual, real crypto.
Yeah. Well, that's
That's
the
the
big
thing.
problem, right? There's no liquidity. That no one, everyone's insolvent.
Mhm.
Everyone lied.
Yeah, it's all connected. Everybody's fucking leveraged everybody in the crypto game.
I love
Yeah.
it. We got Dave Portnoy here, fucking Barstool Sports. He goes, I have a dumb question. If I bought Bitcoin, this is a sheep, by the way. If I bought Bitcoins through FTX and FTX goes belly up, where do they go? Like Bitcoins are finite, right? Does anybody have access to them, or are they just lost in the ether or something forever? And then fucking Schwartz fucking chimes in and goes, they are assets of FTX that will be handled in bankruptcy. You will be treated as a creditor, and likely you will be roughly last in line to get them. A change to the law to treat them more like conventional brokers are treated and put customers first in line might be a good idea. At minimum, anyone who deposited assets after there was good reasons to think they couldn't be paid back should be entitled to get them back as a matter of law because they were fraudulently induced to deposit them. I think Japan is about the only country that has laws like that. So yeah, that's Schwartz chiming in on fucking Barstool Schwartz. But that's what it is. People don't realize you got to fucking custody your own shit with cold wallets. You can just get stuff. They trust all these institutions. It's fucked up. You know what I mean?
I think right now what we're watching is how all the crypto stuff is going down because crypto right now and fiat are basically the same thing, right? And all these exchanges that didn't have no liquidity is the same thing as all the banks that don't have no liquidity. It's the same thing. So just how all these exchanges are taking people's coins and doing whatever they need to do. I'm just waiting.
Someone's got some fucked up background noise.
Stephanie.
Is that Stephanie?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute her. Yeah, she can't figure out her. I can't do it. I got to kick her again. Yeah, you're. I can't even mute you as the moderator. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's crazy, nerdy. So go ahead.
Yeah. So what happens? Right now, how the exchanges are doing it with crypto. When the banks do it with bail-ins and take all your assets and then give you stocks that are worthless.
Okay, she's got to change batteries, Stephanie said. So roger that, Stephanie. Thank you for telling me in the private chat. No, that's crazy.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. Bank bail-in.
You know what's crazy? I wanted to say something when you're done.
Robert's saying Sam Bankman-Fried will have to share an apartment with Do Kwon eating PB&J and ramen for years to come.
We're going to be producing a lot of liquidity. The XRP army has a lot of tokens. You know, I do believe we're going to be survivors in this storm, like the phoenix rising from the ashes, so to speak. You know, because we're freaking all diamond hands. We're not selling all our coins where
you guys want to talk?
Their crap.
You guys want to talk a little FUD?
Talk some FUD, bro. Go.
So could it be like who's next? That's gonna go? Is it gonna be Binance or could it even be Ripple? Like who's gonna go next?
I think it'd be Binance.
Like.
No, so? Binance is the king of the hill.
Possibly Uphold.
That would crypto.com.
That would talk about XRP FUD if Uphold got raped by the SEC. Shit.
Here's what I think.
Cramps. Cut the.
But here's what I think is that
try to do.
What I think is going to happen is that Coinbase is probably in a precarious position, but they do have a lot of cash reserves. I've been researching. Uphold, if they're not over levered, they'll be okay. If they're not over levered, and if they are over leveraged, and if they have a good reserves of XRP because they're the only one of the few exchanges that actually will sell it, and they know not to be over leveraged, then I think we're looking at Coinbase and Uphold, and they're going to have to be bought by Wall Street, and it won't be a cheap deal. It'll be one of those deals like Elon buying Twitter where he had to overpay for it. But make no mistake, it's all going to Wall Street eventually. So
could Ripple be bought out? Or Ripple get insolvent? Or no?
I don't think so.
No, Ripple's not insolvent because they can afford to pay $100 million for lawyer fees. Right. They're not insolvent, and their business is growing globally. So they're going to be a juggernaut.
Escrow locked up for 20 years, guys. 20 years.
Yeah.
Escrow's locked up for 20 years. That's instant liquidity.
Plus they can't.
We're providing as XRP holders. We need to be diamond hands. Don't be selling off your damn XRP like a dumbass, like everybody else is dumping their stuff.
I'm not selling it.
Diamond hands it. You know, just the liquidity between all of us. You know, we're going to be some of the ones that have actual money left in the game. We're not zero.
And let's be clear.
My buddy was saying that Ripple's going to go insolvent. I go, how? There's like no way.
Yeah, right. 10 years worth
There's
of
a way.
partnerships. Come on.
There's a way that Ripple can go insolvent. There's always a way. But here's the deal. They've locked up, like Alan said, half of their liquidity or half of their assets are locked away for the next 10 years. They can weather
20
every
years.
storm.
Who
20
else
years.
is doing that? Who else?
Nobody.
Name another token or project or whatever that's locked up their liquidity for 20 years. Plus,
Nobody
they're
is doing
back
it.
their own equity.
Yes.
I mean,
Nobody is doing it.
Taxi on XRP. Believe me, I think XLM is going to do great things. I think several other ones are too. But I think at this point, we're looking at, who's actually going to survive the, who can go broke the longest game. That's what I see
Right.
coming.
You
Who
And
can
Alan-
go broke the longest? We've already
And
witnessed
Alan-
it for half a year. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Alan, you are so right because check this out: is that the company Ripple can go broke for the longest, and they have the most amount of utility. They have every reason to survive the next 10 storms. They can do it, and Alan, like you said, nobody else has this kind of backstop the way Ripple does. Nobody does. Of all the projects I've checked out, I remember I thought I missed the boat on Solana. Now I'm finding out that I was okay not getting in on Solana. I missed the boat on Luna. Found out I was okay with that. I missed the boat on several other projects, and I'm finding out that I'm okay. And that's why, some people say that XRP, based on the business model, the utility, is the best, the greatest digital asset ever created. And it's been around almost the longest.
It was the
It's
longest,
been-
the first crypto.
I personally think
except for Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Come on.
I personally think what's going to take place is that first, because the library you have to remember that all this is pre-planned. So you had the queen died, you had the queen already died, then you had the Rothschild person died. Both died on the 8th, right?
Mhm.
And I think that was the hint for the whole gold stuff, because you have to understand that the Vatican and that Act of England thing and the Rothschilds, they control the gold, they manipulated all the gold. So I think that was a sign, hey, you know what, the gold is free now. I think what's going to happen is, as the economies collapse because there's no more liquidity, because the whole world is dictated by the dollar, and if the dollar falls, the whole world goes down, right? So I think once the dollar falls, again, it's going to be under executive order, and I think with the whole election stuff, with the House and the Senate and all this stuff, it's just setting up the stage for them to bring Trump back. And then with all the posts that we see, how Trump comes in and the XRP does, I think he's going to be the one who brings in executive order, reevaluating the dollar, because you have to remember that one of those the Senate person already put in the bill, so the stage is already set. So the bill is already there. All they have to do is, hey, executive order, bring that bill here, boom, 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 everything is ready to go. And I think the USD and USDT, the Tether, are going to fall simultaneously together. I believe all of this is going to happen all at once. The bubble will pop all at once. And then, boom, all of a sudden, everyone's going to be scared, and boom, everything's executive order comes out, everyone's happy, and then we're enslaved.
We're enslaved. There we go.
But that's got to come from the IMF and the BIS too.
Blockchain backer 4 days ago. World Series umpires have FTX plastered all over them. Unreal. Shit, that's been happening for days. I got FTX in my fucking fortune cookies when I go out to eat. FTX has been on Major League Baseball for years. Yeah, it was like all of a sudden overnight. Crazy. All over the place. FTX. When it was a
what's
joke,
funny is that no
it
one
was a
gives a shit,
joke
though.
app called Blockfolio, and half of us didn't even use that shit. You know what I mean? Before it was
And I think FTX was controlled by Wall Street.
Totally. No, I think that's just deep state. That's deep state trying to.
Deep state.
Crypto.com
No.
again, all over again. Go ahead.
No one knows what FTX though is. Like, you can go to anybody and they'll say, if you say like, "Oh, FTX is down," they're like, "Who the fuck? What the fuck is FTX?"
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
know.
They push it all over subliminally to the public, and they still don't even know what it is.
What does FTX? What does FTX even mean? What does FTX even mean?
Fuck that
I'm just
XRP.
curious.
Fuck that XRP. That's what it means. Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck
Sir
that.
Jan, what's up, Sir Jan? We love you, bro.
Good.
Come on in. Let's
Yeah.
talk shop.
Yo, fud that XRP. That's what
Fuck.
they want.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
We got Crypto Night Live number 62. We got B4, formerly E4, formerly E3, but he bumped back up to E4 and then he became B4. So he's B4 in the chat. We got
How'd you
FT.
become B4?
It's
Bullish
self-appointed.
4.
Yeah, bullish 4. We got FT Vlogs as far as play on words, FTX.
Where's it?
Yeah.
What happened to D4 with his duck?
D4. It might be D4 tomorrow. If you,
Put the
Yeah,
link
but
in the chat.
he's got to put the duck on.
he'll put it on. No, he's got the bull now. We're rocking the bull now.
What
got
up,
DJ
EC?
D4 should be one of his
DJ
berserker babes.
DJ
be
Jazzy,
berserker
shut up.
babe.
Shut up, EC. DJ Jazzy XRP. EC's
We need
in
that
the
link.
house. Very easy hydroponic Allen. Nerdy XRP Panda and Bullish Dave. What's up, Dave? Good to see you, bro. We got a nice little NFT there. Boom. Bearable Bull, Dave. Boom. Boom. We got Bearable Bull.
Ryan needs the
B4.
link.
Boom.
Yeah, put the link in, yeah, please.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
got
put it in.
I got 5 of these bulls. I'll be
Yeah.
changing them throughout the show.
Do it, dude. Do it.
Nice.
No,
All right,
Amongst
go
all
ahead,
this-
EC.
no. Amongst all this shit right there, like especially FTX, the only world event when it comes to sports will have any sincerity, but people's actual exposure to crypto will be the World Cup, because they're gonna make that governance that within those stadiums you got to use algo to buy your drink, all that stuff. This is not about sponsorship. It's an ad. You gotta use it.
Hey,
So
we
the
got
rest
a
of this
Jim
shit-
Cramer. Sorry, I want to add something. We got a Jim Cramer moment. Remember, we said if the Astros were going to win, we were going to go up, and if the Phillies won, we were going to have a freaking crash. Look what freaking happened. We had the opposite. We had a Jim Cramer moment.
I don't know.
of the
Darcy's saying we're
team going.
Darcy says we're only 1 year from after dropping from all-time high. We're not going into a bull run anytime soon. What the hell are you talking about? You talking about XRP all-time high? All-time high happened like 5 years ago. The fuck? It hit like $1.80, and then what's his face? The old SEC guy, Clayton. Clayton dropped the lawsuit, and then that's when it went down from $1.80 down. So it didn't even hit all-time high again. We got squelched. And then he's saying we're not going into a bull run anytime soon, guys. I don't know. Darcy needs some faith, guys. What do you think? He needs some faith. Have some faith,
We're
Darcy.
going to hit the bottom here, guys. I think we're witnessing it right now. We could start it from the bottom, and now we're here. I mean, we're going to. I mean, you go up from the bottom. I mean, usually.
Well, 30. You can't fuck with that. 33 cents. Come on. That's so Masonic. It's not even funny.
24
You're like,
is
ha,
where
ha,
we're
ha, ha,
going.
33 cents.
24 is
Ha,
the
ha.
bottom. That's
Sorry.
my guess. We still
What-
got 2 more days of this madness.
You think it's gonna go to 6 cents?
24
I don't know if it'll drop
cents is
that
my
far.
guess.
You don't think so? You don't think it's
26?
gonna go like 5K BTC, 6 cents XRP? You don't think that's gonna happen?
Mm-mm.
0.666.
Who knows?
It could, but you
It's
won't catch it
mechanical
that
number.
low. So what's the point? It don't matter if it's 6 cents or 30 cents. I mean, if you're going to catch it that low, you may be able to get off an exchange quick enough. It may be frozen. May not even be able to make a buy at that. That's the thing. I keep telling people. I told people for months, buy it. It's under 50 cents. Just keep buying it. Buy as much as you can under 50 cents. It doesn't matter if it's 5 cents, 6 cents, or 50 cents. If you got enough of it, you're going to be doing well. But you try to time it and get it off the exchange, and it's frozen on there. Like I had somebody tonight that had their stuff on the exchange, they can't move off. So it's like, don't make those mistakes. Don't be greedy.
A word from our sponsor, Rye Guy, with his new product.
Turd pods.
Turd pods. Don't eat those.
Don't eat them.
The Turd Pod challenge.
Turd pods.
The Gary Gensler version.
Yeah.
The
The Gary Gensler version.
They are definitely Chinese made.
For snacks.
Pick your favorite.
How you guys
Debbie.
doing tonight?
Good, brother. What's
Awesome,
up?
Rye Guy.
How you doing, Ryan?
Yeah.
Oh, good, man. I got some free time
Nice.
away from the place. I'm like 6 hours from home, chilling in my work van right now. I got Wi-Fi. I got a beer in the cup holder.
Sushi.
Got a joint that I'm gonna
filet
finish
mignon.
consuming.
How's the Great White North?
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's a little chilly up here, right at the very tippy top.
Two
Would you-
tippy top.
What you went? What you went?
Yeah,
jogging
look
out
up.
with your shorts on?
Look.
So Rye guy, you
Oh hell no!
come
Not freezing my balls off.
when we moon? Are you coming to paradise? Or are you gonna stay up north?
I'm a south kind of guy. Whenever I've gone to Mexico or Florida, I've always been like, this is me. Like, I just feel like my skin is better. I just feel like I have more energy. There's more sun. Food's better down there.
Tequila.
Not that.
Tequila shots instead of
No.
vodka shots up in the north with fucking bear
Yeah.
skin on.
We'll be all
Fuck! I wish I had a bear skin. It's cold as shit right now.
You guys ready to park your yachts up at some little private island in the Bahamas? You guys
Wouldn't
getting
that be
ready?
nice?
I think it's
I'll
gonna
make-
happen
Get-
very soon.
I'll just
Get
put
one
up,
that
you
you
know,
can put like the little submarines in, and then you shoot out a little submarine pond. We're all just playing like bumper submarines underwater.
The
That'd be
sea
sick.
dudes, yeah. Mhm.
And then after that, like, what do you guys want to do? I don't know. Let's go burn $100 bills. Woohoo! Yeah, fun.
Nah.
Bro, you see Venezuela using their notes as fucking napkins?
I can't hear.
Oh yeah, toilet paper.
That's funny shit.
We can
I
drop
don't know.
That is funny.
noodles from helicopters.
Levi, get your ass in here, Levi. Let's go. Chris is recommending you. Let's go. Links in the chat. Let's go.
Anyone see that full moon last night?
Yeah.
Supposed to
Yeah,
be
I
a
saw
blood
that.
moon, wasn't it?
I saw the eclipse this morning or yesterday. No way
That
to
was
work.
insane, man. My dumbass was trying to take a picture of it with my iPhone through the binoculars. It did not work out. But actually, having binoculars is pretty fucking good, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can definitely see like impacts and like all that shit on the moon. It's pretty cool.
I thought they used to have like a little thing you could screw on your phone that kind of had a zoom, extra zoom or something.
Oh,
I'm sure you can get those, yeah.
Bro,
Definitely.
Rye, have you seen all those comments that are smashing into the sun?
No,
This-
no, I
yeah,
haven't.
there's been like a plethora of freaking comments that are just smashing right into the sun and creating CMEs. It's absolutely insane.
Sun
You
don't even know what a plethora is.
I'm sure the government's like, oh, we can smash it into the sun and it disrupts like electromagnetic waves. Oh no.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying how come we don't see lunar eclipses with like a straight line? Because if the Earth was flat, we'd see that. I don't know. How
Bro.
come we don't see it?
It's a
How come we
gatekeeper.
don't
I've
see
heard
the
there's
straight
a
line?
third
That's a
dark.
gatekeeper.
There's another dark body in the heavens that we don't see. I forget what it's called, but it's the shadow, and that's why they say, "Oh, well, that's why the moon has that, not because the Earth's shadow." But there's another body that's dark that's chasing the moon.
Moon is hollow.
Honestly, if you think about it enough, they could tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you. If it
Exactly.
started hundreds of years ago, they're like, oh, this is why this happens, and then you just learn it through generations and like generations, and that's just the way it is. That's just how it is. Like, come on. There's got to be some
Exactly.
stuff that we've learned since 1900 or 1800 that's vastly different than what we know now. But are we just sticking with the status quo because like they got the sheep in the pen and they can just keep doing what they're doing? Like, I don't know, man. Fuck that. That sucks.
100 years from down the road,
Right,
we're all
bro.
yo.
On
100 years.
on that note, I would say one thing. How the hell are we? Everyone lives in a different country, but how come our freaking calendars are so off? Some people are living in 2000, and some people are living in year like 7000. What is this? You know what I mean? That makes absolutely no sense.
7,000?
100%.
Yeah,
Oh, like
I
the
didn't think
technology difference. I
Elaborate
think.
on that shit.
Bros, it's all going down. It's all meant to be this way. Remember, like 99% of cryptos will go away.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. We got Brad Kimes, Digital Perspective. He goes, instead of two eyes, he's got one eye here, and it's in response to Elizabeth Warren. She goes, the collapse of one of the largest crypto platforms shows how much of the industry appears to be smoke and mirrors. We need more aggressive enforcement and going to keep pushing SecGov to enforce the law to protect consumers and financial stability. dude. And the only one that's going to come out scot-free clean is XRP.
Exactly.
Come on in.
Let's go. Yeah, this is exactly what we've been waiting for, guys. It's happening, and now we're all bitching about it. Oh my god. Yeah. No,
That's exactly why I wasn't surprised about the library
my
case.
problem is when.
I don't know. They're calling for it now. That's a big deal, man. Fucking FTX crashing when it's been.
All you got to do, Alex, is keep yourself alive till Moon. Okay.
Yeah. Stay alive.
Just stay alive.
Staying alive.
Well said.
I'll be
Just
like
stay
60
alive.
years old when this happens. You know, I can't have that happen.
If you see some sketchy business going down, just stray away. Leave lots of distance between the car in front of you. Eat healthy. Go for a walk. Just do
That's right, walk
literally
away.
what everyone doesn't do, and you should be perfect.
Just walk away.
Walk away.
In a world where you just walk away.
Walk
and stay
away.
alive.
This
And,
Sunday.
and then when you have
Nope.
tens of millions of dollars, then you can flex and be like, get the fuck off my property and
Wrap
shit like
yourself
that.
in bubble wrap.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Until
buddy.
then, just chill.
What do you
Animal
guys
says
think about that?
Oh, go ahead.
The
Go ahead.
lottery getting won right before the midterms. There, that huge amount of
Was it-
money someone
it
in
was like
California won.
1.6 billion or some shit.
It was 1.8.
How convenient.
1.8.
They probably
Yeah.
won, they probably bought like 100, 200 grand worth of tickets.
Bro, how much did California make tax on that?
Right.
That's crazy.
Scam.
They made like $500 million or something like that.
It's all about taxes.
California makes like 25% taxes.
California's
So
the
if you take
biggest
cash
lottery
out-
state
It was
out
like
of
a lot
all
of money.
all of the freaking country. They pull so many Ponzi scams here, and everyone just goes with it, and everyone's like, "Okay, we have a freaking bagel tax."
A bagel tax.
That's stupid,
bro.
What?
How about library losing their case in 589 days? That is crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
Yeah,
that
right?
shit.
You can't make that
I
up.
couldn't believe that. There's no way
No way.
that's a coincidence. That is no
Exactly.
way. That's
Exactly.
a coincidence.
Bros.
Like how many coincidences do you like? Okay, you know what? I give up. It's gonna happen. I don't even care no more. I'm just gonna just keep packing my bags and just turn off the internet, and I'll be good.
Right.
But why would they lose in 589 days?
Tails
Is it
into his
basically
house.
just to
What's up,
say-
Tails?
Is it basically just to say "fu XRP" or something like that, or like?
I feel like sometimes when coincidences like that happen,
weird.
it in my mind, it's like, yeah, they're all sitting around at a table and be like, you know, it'd be fucking hilarious if you did this, and then Brad's like, oh yeah, we'll do this, and then SEC is like, yeah, I'll do that, no problem, and they're just like having a big gong show. That's how I feel like it is sometimes.
Yeah, they're just spooning each other and just like, you know, whispering each other. You know what? Yeah, just like, you know, we're gonna do that next tomorrow morning. You know what? You know what? You know what? What? You know what? Nothing.
And I don't know
That's
why
what-
they do it, but maybe the elites have realized that they just have to be crazier than everybody else, and everyone just goes with the crazy.
They're doing a good job.
I think that. Just go with the crazy. Just to be idiot or just to be assholes.
Nice.
I mean, they're making shitty movies. I mean, people just accept it. So all these coincidences are just happening. It's just like, no, it can't be happening. It can't be that straightforward. Well, it is. All right. They're not even acting. All right.
Plausible deniability everywhere, breeding cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, and the guys and the people that are actors aren't really that good at actors anyway.
Did anybody watch Black Adam?
Black Adam, the
Did it
new
know?
Rock movie.
Bro, it was so satanic. It wasn't even funny.
Is
It
it
was,
satanic?
it was so obvious. They didn't even try to hide it.
I don't doubt it. I saw the previews for it, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll catch it for free at some later date
Yeah.
and be done.
Yeah, I don't think
Remember-
I've seen it yet.
Can't wait
Remember
till
when-
they lose the TV. When they lose the TV, the power of the TV, so many people will wake up for the better. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's called
Bro.
television.
Dwayne Johnson didn't get his fame until he made Tooth Fairy. After he wore a dress, he's been in Hollywood ever since.
There you go. You're absolutely right. Thank you. And I followed his career, and I liked him as an actor. But when I saw him start doing other things, okay, you're just a Hollywood tool. I'm done.
I'm a huge ass. I was a big fan of The Rock when WWF and WCW was around. Bro, Rock came out the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. You jabroni, bro. That dude was he was fire. But then
awesome.
everybody, they crumble because everybody gets addicted to that money. Nobody wants to lose their lifestyle. They live lifestyles that they can't afford. So
now I'm
what
gonna
do you
tell you, and I'm gonna tell you another actor that I thought was pretty decent is Vin Diesel. He did a bunch of movies where he has solidified his character or his what his personality is in real life, and then they started, stuff came out on Instagram where he was acting stupid, and I was like, yeah, you're probably on drugs now, and that's right around the middle of the Fast and Furious stuff. And I'm like, come on, bro. Can I have one actor that I think that is cool? Everybody's got an issue. When he did Pitch Black and the sci-fi movies, he was great.
Yeah, those were so good. Those were really good. I love those movies.
Yeah, but then by the time he gets in Fast and Furious, he was in the first one. I don't think he was in the second one, but maybe the third one. But
Blood In, Blood Out was fire.
Yeah, and then when he did Boiler Room, you guys remember Boiler Room?
Boiler Room was good. Hell
Boiler Room was good.
Yeah.
And then I read a story and found out he was a bouncer in real life before he got his acting career. So a lot of the stuff that you saw in Boiler Room was who he really was.
What about the dude from that Fast and the Furious that crashed his car or whatever and died? Young dude. They said he was
Paul
like
Walker?
the drops.
Yeah, Paul Walker?
Yeah, Paul Walker.
Yeah, Paul Walker. Yeah, and I think he was a cool cat too, but he wasn't around long enough to get corrupted, in my opinion. He may have
They
already
said he
been.
had some files or something, and they like crashed his car or something, or did something. It was like
Yeah, I heard he
foul.
was
There was
dead.
no
Everybody
conspiracy
famous who
about
died
it.
had something on the elites. Is that it?
Yeah, there was some
doubt
kind
it.
of conspiracy about it. I don't remember.
He was supposedly working with Chester and somebody else, and they're supposed to make some kind of documentary.
It was
like this
yeah,
Chris
it was,
Cornell and shit.
it was Chris
Yeah.
Cornell
like
and
with the guys with Soundgarden.
and Anthony Bourdain. That's why they killed
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Anthony Bourdain was a spirit
Oh,
cooker
man.
for the elites. He was like their top spirit chef, and then he flipped with Chester and Chris Cornell, and they killed them all.
Yep.
That's what happened.
No
Here we
shit,
go.
eh?
Maricopa,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Maricopa, don't cheat. One button says don't cheat, Carrie wins, and we get arrested. The other button says cheat when they're watching, and we get arrested.
I heard
Oh,
some
man.
rumors that Brazil's military was waiting on our elections, and then both of those were supposed to team up and save everything. I don't know how true that is, but
Shit.
Bro, yeah, Chester was a bastard child of Podesta, and Podesta's a Rockefeller. So
Yeah,
it all goes down.
Oh.
Yeah.
and Podesta was he was a Nazi ranking officer.
Crazy. Fucking crazy.
That wouldn't surprise me. Even though
Podesta
Podesta's
was?
probably too young. He's probably too young to be that, but that wouldn't surprise
That's
me.
what I would think. He doesn't look that old.
All these people, they're all Nazis. I mean, it's not even a conspiracy. It's true.
Yeah. The Democrats,
Dang.
they're the KKK, they're the Nazi party, they're everything. They've always been that way too. Always.
Bro,
Dude, and that's the thing that
Biden's
pissed me
best
off.
friend is like a Nazi.
That's the thing
like
that-
a KKK guy, right?
They
No,
created
but that's
all
the
of
thing
them.
that
Best friend.
Berserker. That's the thing that pissed me off is that in the black community, you guys didn't know after all these years that the KKK was Democrat run.
For real.
It's been that like way since 1953 or 54 when they
Somewhere
resurrected.
along the line, bro, they flipped it and they deceived
Dude.
everybody. Yeah.
Democrats.
That was a freaking that was a promotional point for the Democratic Party. Was
Yes. Yes.
we're declaring white independence.
That was the name of the
Yes.
documentary that Chris Cornell and Chester and all them were going to do, The Silent Children.
Damn.
Right on. Good find.
Chris Cornell,
Yeah.
man, Chris Cornell did a song for Audio Slave about that. You remember that one? Like a Stone.
Oh yeah.
Well, with Audio Slave.
Audio Slave. Yep.
Yeah.
Like a Stone was exactly about that. You know, all those kids in the room, you know, getting it, like tortured, chased after, all that crazy shit. After the allegory, you're just like a Stone. You know, you're just watching. Still.
Yep.
Imagine if they taught us the actual history. That's the first I've heard of that.
Which part?
Just-
Which part?
What Sean just said.
Oh, what you talking about? KKK
Oh,
being all
KKK?
Democrat run? Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
well documented.
Well, Sean, you and
Well
I went
documented.
John, on our separate conversation, personal. I even present this about how many people actually think. How many people actually think that they are Christians? Like, okay, ask any good Christian or your chic Christian that said, "Is it okay to burn the cross?" And they will say,
Hey, Sean, you know, I'll say something. You know how you
Yeah.
feel about how like black people haven't realized what the Democratic Party was? That's the same way how I feel about when I hear like Hindu people supporting the Democrats. I'm like, bro, this is the East Indian Company. This is the Mongol Empire. This is the same people
Oh,
that
wow.
enslaved our people. And this is the reason why we have a 12 o'clock marriage rule, and it's embedded in our culture. And this is the same people freaking like, you know, yeah, let's go. It's just
No,
absolutely insane.
you just brought up something I haven't thought about or talked about in a very, very long time. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And the thing that kills me is that, okay, so you guys know I'm in Atlanta, and north of Atlanta, there's this place called Stone Mountain. Most people think of it as most people in the know think of it as an Indian mound, but it's a mountain, a granite mountain. It's not very tall. That's where the KKK resurrected their flag, and I think it was 53 or 54. But what most people didn't know is that most of the KKK members were embedded in the political party of the Democrat Party in the South. And, you know, that whole thing, the South shall rise again, that was their whole plan from the 50s. And you've got, just like in the election just yesterday, in central Atlanta by State Farm Arena, where the Atlanta Hawks play, Fulton County, it's 90% black, maybe 85. They all voted Democrat.
Isn't that
They
insane?
voted for the same bullshit that basically ravaged them and did everything else for decades. And you guys are still voting for the same shit. The only difference is now the Democrat that's running for U.S. Senate is a black man who happens to preach at Martin Luther King's old church. So they've co-opted Martin Luther King's church.
You know, I say one thing on that, Sean. You know what the people don't realize is that most of the black representations, people that are representing the Democratic Party who are black, are Masonic and are going to push their agenda. So
okay, I got a correction on that.
And people are thinking like, oh, hey, someone looks like me is saying something that I can agree with, so I'm gonna go vote for him. This is the same thing happening with my culture and Hindu people. They do the same thing.
That's
There's a brown person, I'm gonna go vote for him. Bro, they got people by the balls. That's why I'm like, okay, I give up. Everyone is done.
But I got a correction on one thing. I've studied Masons, and I have family members that are Masons. The Masons don't control that. What you just described, they don't control that. It's another faction. I promise you on that.
It's a knightly order.
Whatever
Yeah,
it may be, people are
it's
still
not the
falling
Mason
for the
stuff.
same thing over and over again. People are still lining up for their freaking shots.
All my
After
family
watching-
members that are Masons do not subscribe to the Democrat Party. Trust me on that. And that's
I'll take your word.
That's from Atlanta. That's from Atlanta to California. All the
You know-
people I know that are Masons do not subscribe to that. Even my late grandfather that passed away about 30 years ago, he was not a Democrat.
Are they high level Masons?
So, like, I want to know.
My grandfather was, yes.
I want to know what happened. What was the division? What was the division where you guys decided, hey, you know what, the the agenda of the group isn't going where we want it to go, so we're going to separate ourselves from this, because there's always subgroups in a group. One person that wants
No.
to keep it original, and one
Yes.
person that makes it a new, right?
And,
So
and you're
what?
absolutely right. And here's my best guess. So my grandfather, if he died, let's say he died in the 80s, right? He was not of that subset. My uncle in California, he's in his 80s now. He was none of that subset. But he told me about 10 years ago, he's like, the people that we try to, you can't recruit for the Masons. Somebody has to ask. And he said, people quit asking. And when that happened, that's when the tide turned. The people that were around that wanted to take it into a different direction. That was a real conversation I had probably 2007, 2008, because that's when I was considering joining the Masons and joining a lodge. And the first thing that happened to me was I went to my wife's job, right? There was a guy that had a Masonic sticker on his car. And I was like, oh, I see, you got that lodge symbol. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, if you want to be one, you got to ask one. I'm like, well, I might be asking. And he was like, okay, cool. And he said to me, he's like, look, if you want to join, we got you. And I was like, okay. But then he tried to sell me on it and say, look, if you get a speeding ticket, we got you covered. If this happens, we got you covered. And I'm like, that's not what the Masons is supposed to be about. So I declined.
Yeah, from my understanding, the Masonic order was the order of enlightenment, where you had to have no record, you had to be clean, you couldn't commit any crimes or anything. That's my understanding of the order.
That's not necessarily true. However, all the studying that I've done, I didn't want anybody to sell the idea to me. I wanted to do it on my own free will, and I wanted the knowledge. And so that particular person, I knew I didn't want to go, quote unquote, under him and join his lodge. So then I met another dude that was one of my neighbors, and he was thinking about joining a lodge in Columbus, Georgia, which is about an hour and a half away. And we talked about it for a couple of months, and then we decided not to do it because it was going to take too much time. We both have careers, families, blah, blah, blah. And we both deduced that we had enough information to know we weren't going to learn that much more by actually being a Mason. And that's the only reason why I didn't do it. Because what nobody else knew is that I have a friend of mine that when I met him, he was one of those guys that has studied Islam, he had studied the Bible, and he could argue for or against either the Bible or the Quran. That's a dangerous man. And so I started basically studying under him, learned a whole bunch of stuff. And then when I figured out what I learned, I was like, well, hell, most of the stuff they want to try to teach me in the Masonic Lodge, I could be a 33 and a third degree Mason and still have more information than the 33 and a third degree person. Yeah. So now there's no reason to join the lodge. So with that said, but in terms of the Black community, the Masons don't necessarily control that. That would be too highly organized. It's the Democrat Party. It's the great Lyndon Baines Johnson, the great reforming of poverty, the war on poverty, back before they had the war on drugs. That's what co-opted the Black community. And the Great Society, where they said, hey, we're going to take care of any single mom. We're going to build these projects, and they called them a project for a reason. And we're going to say, hey, if we're going to give you this money and you're a single woman with 2 kids or 1 kid or whatever, no man can live in the house. You can't have a new toaster. You can't go to Walmart, even though Walmart didn't exist back in the 60s. You can't go to Kmart and buy a new vacuum cleaner, because we want to know where you get that money from. It was so oppressive back then that it fractured the Black family. And then the Black men were like, well, I want my baby mama to do good, so I'm gonna stay away. And at the same time, I'm gonna be out here hustling. That was the whole episode of the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. The Democrat Party fractured the black community like nobody's ever seen. And they never
100%.
get blamed for it. Never get blamed for
100%.
it. Now, the one thing I can say about the Indian community, you guys still have such a strong sense of family that that's like a border wall against trying to crack that.
Honestly, Sean, that is actually hanging by the thread at this point because the Communist Party has. You have to understand what TikTok and social media and all these things are doing. They're sexualizing kids, right? And that just completely destroys the whole tradition of everything. So it's slowly fading away, and it's very sad, to be honest.
No, that's crazy. And the only reason I say this is because I just moved my parents back to Atlanta, and they live in an apartment complex just north of the city. And it just so happens, like literally by happenstance, major Indian community. And all I see is moms and dads hanging out with their kids, walking and playing with the kids. And it's something I haven't witnessed even in my own neighborhood back when my kids were younger.
That's all I live for, to be honest.
No, so that was a big deal to watch that.
That's all. But like all this stuff I'm doing, that's all I'm doing for. It's all about family at the end of the day. Like if you're not passing down a legacy, what are you doing it for?
That's
very true.
Not a pimp.
Okay. I kind of wanted to tie this in because you guys were going back and forth, Masonic orders and so on and forth, about medieval times, which is still to this playing through this day. It's family matters, right? And that's when it matters. In nobility, that's what it also was. And each and different culture and civilization with its feudalistic system, from Japan, China, India, okay, the Mideast with Islam, and Europe as well. They each have a class of warriors right there, and clergymen. I don't think people pay attention to that enough to understand that this is the reason why you have Masons, because Masons were stone builders. But who contracted the Masons and told them what to build and do what? And that's the knightly orders. Mayor Giuliani was knighted by the House of Savoys. Former mayor of De Blasio is Knights of Malta. That gives you a clue who actually gives you jobs, that executive office in New York City. Think it's a freaking Freemason that goes in there? No. That's when I started noticing how really not like paying attention real clearly. It's like, okay, who's been mayor in New York City in these past few years in the state governorship? And the only thing about what's relative with state governorship is that in New England and New York State, these are the oldest Masonic lodges. The oldest ones. Because far out to when you go out west or in different states, they haven't been there that long. But these are the lodges right here, especially the Scottish Rite. They're located in New York. So when you go deep roots about where these guys come from, they have to come from knightly orders. And it has been whittled down to the very few, which they are extension to the noble families, and their jobs is to, you have to get into military order or clergyman, because that's the only way you could ascend to nobility and control all the policies that's coming forward.
Yeah, well, New York would be a natural beginning point for this country because New York was named after Yorktown in England. Same with New Jersey. Same with New Hampshire. Any city that starts with the word N-E-W, new, is they wanted to be a carbon copy of what they had in England. So that makes sense.
Yes, and New York was taken from the Dutch. This was fought over earlier with the English. It was New Amsterdam before with all these Dutch names, especially in a particular place in which they made a big deal about naming the bridge after Mario Cuomo, that punk ass, and his son went to do. It was called the Zappen Z bridge. Z is a Dutch word for sea, and Tappen. Tappen was the Algonquin tribe that resided right there within that river.
Whoa,
changed
you
that
said the
to
Algonquin tribe?
Yes, it's an Algonquin tribe. The Tappan
Yeah, the
Zee-
land of the frogs, Algonquin.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. The Algonquins were very big in New England, Long
Mhm.
Island, New York. It's
Yep.
It's upstate New York. It's where the Iroquois tribes were, and they had a confederacy. But the Algonquins were pretty much were known right here, and they got just ousted out by the British Crown and the Dutch trading companies. Slowly but surely.
I have a question.
Mhm.
What would hold these groups in power over modern day governments and modern day policy that would allow them theoretically to kind of like call the shots? Like what do they have that what am I trying to say? Do they have some sort of like collateral or knowledge or something that they can hold over a modern day government in order to
Yes.
do these types of things?
Yes, it's a very what you said. The word keyword is collateral, because much with these celebrities, it's only cookie cutter shit about what collateral they took. When you're up in the echelons of power, there's bigger collateral, and I discussed this with Sean that it was still medieval practice that that in order for the people to gain control of the states and assets, especially powers, and the expectation that certain treaties was going to come about was using your children as collateral. You had to marry each other, your first daughters. They had to have children. They were going to use those children to put them into place to influence policy through what's it going to be, And they also have to make sure that their clergymen, which is again back in the European system, which was through the Vatican, the Holy See, that would sanction this. It's like, okay, I recognize this marriage, yada yada yada. This is all within realm and legality, and so on and forth. This still plays out within these corporations from DC,
Mhm.
New York City, where else? City of London, not London, City of London. Those are the few places right there in
Mhm.
which they have to occupy. They do occupy there. They appoint the guys who needs to be doing there, making sure those noble orders and who they rank and who they put in are keeping in frame. This is all Universal Commercial Code. They are operating on this. They wrote it this way. They have Black's Law of Dictionary. That's what they go by. And the only thing that people lost their shit, collectively, was the Americas. It was the only time that the main people who are trying to conquer Europe, they were losing their asses out because of the Americas, and these crown corporations were like, you know what, we're actually kind of doing better without you guys, and we're gonna have a great time. That's when they started, re-infiltrating and making hell on earth for everyone. But especially, they didn't want what was going to happen here in the Americas, especially the United States. The crowns even account for that they were going to lose territory in itself, because they were going to do something about what has never been done before. That's self-governance. So a lot of these things happen. This shit happened, especially started taking into a downturn was after the U.S. Civil War. It was an illegal mercenary conflict that killed a lot of people and had people out of the republic just by having our people within the states killing each other. What happened to people that has died over the war? What happened to their assets? Nobody can claim to them. That's where the Fed started sweeping in and started making claims to lands, taking land letters of patents, you name it. It was all for the taking. But they couldn't. But because they were a corporation, they were not living entities. They have to influence a new constitutional rule, or these congresses to make it so. You needed a Federal Reserve. That took a fucking long time.
Look at EC dropping gems. What? EC spreading the nuts.
Damn. Nice.
Just let's wind him up. Let him go. How we doing, guys? You guys doing good?
Doing good. EC's the Energizer Bunny right now. Let him keep going.
Yeah.
Yes. So Yeah, it's a long, tedious process beginning because this is Universal Commercial Code, Black's Law Dictionary. Everything changes be just how you fucking spell it. Between legal sounding names, has spoken, as I'm telling you right now, it would have sounded the same. That's why they fuck people in the head over when they say,
Well,
"What do you mean?"
EC, real quick.
Go ahead.
Did you just say Black's Law Dictionary?
Yes.
4th edition?
4th edition? No, I'm
Yes.
being in general. But each and every edition you have to have all of them, which I was trying. That's actually what we're planning to do, to have physical copies about Black's Law dictionaries in the several
You go
different.
to post-secondary school?
Sorry, post goes.
You go to post-secondary school?
No.
No?
No.
No, EC. I had the Black's Law 4th edition for about 3 years before I had to return it. A wealth of knowledge. It was written in 54, 55, and one of the books I have now that I haven't relinquished yet is United States Maritime Law. And I was thumbing through that for about 5 years ago. And some of the stuff I learned, I was like, whoa, this stuff is buried in a Uniform Commercial Code, USCC.
Yes.
I mean, if everybody on the panel got a couple of gems out of a couple of these books, it would open your eyes to it. Because remember, this is official law books. This is not conspiracy. This is what is. And I would tell you, EC, one of the things I learned, and I'll let you keep talking, is that if you look in the Black's Law Dictionary 4th edition, if you look up the term white, this is a law dictionary.
Yes.
The term white, as I read it with my own eyes, states that white determines or classifies a class of people. And when I say that, I'm paraphrasing, whether you're Italian or Jewish or Spanish or blah, 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 whatever. If you look up the term black, it's not in the dictionary. And if at that point, if it's not in the dictionary, that means it does not exist from a law perspective.
Yes.
And so that was right. So that was very eye-opening to me, and which shaped how I think about things now. And I was like, whoa. And when the guy told me, I didn't believe it. He let me borrow the book for about a half a year. I studied it, and I was like, holy crap. That was actually a thing. And this is back during, the actual Jim Crow laws, not Jim Crow 2.0.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So yes, those things matter. All those words, and they totally change differently. This is where I started to learn about the different alternations between lowercase united then of States of America, what it is. One of them is actually the real republic, which everyone has vacated and went out to sea. SEA, and there's also SEE, that's the Vatican, all the Holy See, that's Universal Commercial Code. So we're all stuck out in sea on someone else's ship, which is a corporation, and we are working for an employer. We were coerced into that. There was also a Universal Code term about commercial law being kidnapped and brought onto a boat. There is an actual term behind that, and it defined it, and that's illegal too. You can't kidnap people from the sea and make you forced to do something like that. That is deemed as hostile, and that's piracy. That's treated as piracy. But that's essentially what they've done to us. But they can argue in court and say, no, we haven't done that. You just signed a contract and said yes. What do you mean I signed a contract when I was just only an infant? That's the whole steal of this. And they're
that's why when you go to court, you have to get into the boat.
Exactly.
Correct.
And
correct.
And these words start coming to play. They say, who are you? State who you are. I am. That is also very biblical, because you could refer to the Book of Moses when he was talking to the burning bush. It's like, who are you? I am. I am. So when you say those two words, you say I am, and you are sounding out your legal fiction name, and you're claiming that you are that legal fiction. But
Right.
You shouldn't have.
Right,
You have
and
to
that's
be
the other thing too, is that since we're getting a little nerdy about this, is that
yeah.
when you're in court, you know how that they have that little wall
Hmm.
that's made with spindles and a frame, and the judge says, "Hey, approach the bench." You have to cross that barrier. When you
Hmm.
cross that barrier, now you are passing the bar. Once
Hmm.
you
Yeah, you're
pass
on the
the
boat
bar,
now.
yes, you're not in freedom land. You're on their entity.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
that's once you cross that, that's when you're done.
Hmm.
And that's the symbolism there. And the other thing that I'd point out is that okay, so when you go to the bank, anybody chime in, what do you think of as a bank?
it's
This falls
supposed
in the crypto.
a bank. A bank is a place that's supposed to hold your gold.
Hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Now,
Custodial for your gold or your
correct.
assets.
Correct. Now, the bank was not originally called a place for the gold. The bank was the shoreline from the water to the land.
Hmm.
That was the bank. That's where commerce took place. When a ship ports into a new land,
Yeah.
you have a manifest. That manifest produces the birth of the products or service, well, products that are delivered to the bank.
Right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Good one.
On
I
that,
know it's a
and then
little extra.
and then on that note, that's why when your mother gives birth to you, you're in water, you're inside the bag, and then you're out
There
of the
you go.
water. Then the docker has to dock you, and then give you your certificate of docking.
No, no, you're absolutely right. And my dad was a doctor.
Yep. And that's
That's how it works.
where that's where they get you, because technically right there, when your mother gave birth to you, you're at land. But
Yes.
instead, they swindled you and whisked you on to their ship, so you didn't go technically
Yes.
on land.
And so I say all this to say that all these maritime terms were translated into what we know now is what a live birth is, or what the bank is,
Yep.
or what is the dock. The dock that the ship touches is the docket when you're in court. What's on the
Mm.
docket for today? Well, we have case number 1, 2, 3, 4, and case number 7, 8, 9, 10. That's on the docket.
Yep.
The docket to be closed, and
Okay,
then Sir
so
P becomes a non-security, and we all go to the freaking moon and back.
yeah,
We need
yeah.
for the
So
bullshit. Let's let's get on with this crashy, and let's get on with the moony. Come on,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so that's
It's time.
that's enough with my tirade.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for indulging me.
I'll switch ties a little bit. So now that we understand all that, and my question was that if that was all connected to England and the Act of England and all that stuff, right? But the Queen is dead, and now Rothschild is dead, and those are people who enacted all of that. So doesn't that mean that it's all null and void at this point?
No, because there's more Rothschilds than just the one that died, and the Queen has a lineage that extends very far and wide.
And I can
Okay.
I
And
can
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ellen.
No, me? No, that was me.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
He
EC.
said
Go ahead. Sorry.
what he said is true about the royal family, because they come from the elder branch, which is called the House of Este. That's ESTE, House of Este, and they are connected to the it'll be the actual bloodline families, the 13 bloodline families that actually rule the world, which they have ties to the claims that said they are the original Phoenician kings, Egyptians, Roman Caesars, etc., 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 etc. And that's why they have extensive families. The reason why they tell you these in the history books, they say no, these families don't exist. They still exist. Why? They told you that the male line lineage has fallen, but they gave birth to daughters. That's how they lived through. They just changed their names, but they're still distant relatives of those same families. They just have a different name through their mothers and their daughters.
Okay. So where I was going with this is that if we're still under that code and if we're still under all of this, right? Does that mean that we're still being traded as bonds? And would that be the reason why we need the stock market to crash? Because once the stock market crashes and the old system completely dies, that would be the end of all of that.
The first part of your question is the bond market started in 1696.
Yes.
As a commercial enterprise, the slave trade started in 1654. So about 40 years later, they're like, hey, we can make this a commercial enterprise. And that's why we are where we are right now. And how do you go from being in bondage to creating a bond market? I'm sorry, I don't believe in the coincidence.
No,
neither
do I. Neither do I.
So I think that the bond market eventually has to crash that system.
Agreed.
If that happens, we have to exercise ourselves to being living beings and not as legal fictions. But that's really difficult to do since most people treat that and dupe themselves to saying that legal entity is alive. Oh, I am that person. It's like, no, you're not. All cap letters, you're not. You're actually dead.
Yeah.
Your property.
Now, EC, I want to go real quick. I just want to say one thing. Let's not fall into the trap of being a sovereign citizen, because that's a trap.
That is true. That is very true. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, this is a legal term. That's actually what they say of you. Chattel. That means cattle. Cattle is deemed property in those dictionaries. And property cannot own property. Yes.
I want to say one thing on what Sean just said about the whole sovereign thing. Have you seen people who they get their card or whatever? I forgot what it was called, but basically that card that they get, it gives up their rights to vote. So you're 100% that the whole sovereign stuff it's a scam in itself.
Right.
Yeah.
You would literally have to declare yourself not a U.S. citizen and be a diplomat, and the paperwork to do that is extremely difficult, and it would probably take you about 3 years to complete. Not being an attorney or a lawyer, and there's a difference between being an attorney and a lawyer. You would have to decipher that and figure that out, make that happen, blah, blah, blah. It'll take you about 3 years. And now, if you are not a U.S. citizen, but a diplomat, now you have to claim another country, which means the other country would have to accept you. And go back to the movie, the second Lethal Weapon movie, when the bad guy goes, you cannot so much as issue me a parking ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So to get to that level, it's a whole lot more involved than a bunch of kids. And I say kids because all the videos I used to watch, 10 years ago, were people in their 20s that thought they knew something about the law, but they didn't know, or they didn't know enough to get out of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we go back to the American Revolution, where people ask themselves this because they are citizens, subjects to the crown. Okay, how do they get off of that? Well, it's a two-pronged thing. First, you got to win the war, and you have to make things so unfavorable that the king has to come to terms, which he did. Didn't like it, but he did it anyway. All right, with the help with the Masonic, that's Benjamin Franklin. He enticed the French crown to say, because they wanted to get ahead of England, okay? But even though they're not doing hot themselves, including the Spanish crowd, but nevertheless, it's been done. So, by definition, all of us should have been, anyone who has been born in the United States, like, birth to mother right there, is a national. And that they try to hide from you in what the definition of national in legal terms. You have to look that up. The difference between when you clearly say a national and a citizen. But this is where they have to concoct up by creating terms of what we are, and put limitations in any future governments. That means a corporation, an entity that we arise about, that you cannot overrule over anyone who is born here.
Now, I want to say something to that, EC. Now, I think they figured that out and they knew that. That's why they administered the vaccines, because once you have mRNA inside of you, you're no longer 100% human. you're transhuman. So you lose your rights and you lose all of that.
That's another layer of this. And
I think that was the loophole that they figured out, and everyone fell for it.
Here's the crazy part, Nerdy.
Oh, not everyone. I beg to differ.
Here's the crazy part, Nerdy. You know, and here's the thing. There's one dude I've been listening to his channel because he's a real deal. That when he made clear about sovereign movement, yada yada, like Sean said. Okay, God wins in the end. So our bodies repair DNA. So these idiots, okay, are going on a whim that they patent a DNA alteration that it has to be consistent. We have to keep our mark. But what happens when our mark, it fades away? Scars fade away, you know? So does our DNA. It repairs itself. They don't hold patent to that. They will never, ever.
I will say something. I'll say something to that, EC.
You're a new person almost every 7 years.
Okay, now put this in. What about? You had people that were in lockdown, and obviously they messed around while they were locked down, and they had a kid during that time, and they're vaccinated. Now the kid is naturally vaccinated, and doesn't need any kind of boost or anything anymore. It wasn't for us. It was for the next generations. We're just the Trojan.
I could agree with that because I'm one of the few people on this panel that actually got vaccinated. And I will tell you this:
I got vaccinated.
After I did the double vax, and then it was like whatever. And then a couple months later, I noticed that I lost a bunch of weight. I didn't stop my eating habits, my hangout habits, my drinking habits, and still lost weight. And it's been a couple of years now, and I'm starting to gain weight back, still not changing my habits. So to repair the DNA, I think is a thing. I never took any boosters. I will never take a booster. And the only reason why I did it was to, be closer to my parents, who were so lip-tard, get the vaccine thing. That's the only reason why I did it. Now, the other thing about me is that I was not at the age where I was trying to have an active family. My kids were already around and growing up, and nobody else in my family took the vaccine. And they are seeing the effects of not taking the vaccine. And I will tell you, as of tonight, COVID has gone through our house again. So I've gotten COVID for the second time. And the first time I had it, I had a runny nose, kind of like having allergies. This time I had it, I had a sore throat and allergies, and that's it. I will never, ever, 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 real quick, never, ever take another booster shot again, ever.
Yeah.
Well, that just goes to the argument.
I'd like to follow up on that.
Let me chime in too.
I just want to say something real quick. That just goes to the argument of what happened to the flu, right?
Yes.
Real quick.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
Real quick.
Real quick. After you, I'm going. Go ahead, Right Guy.
Right Guy?
Go ahead, Right Guy, go.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going too, I guess. Yeah, I've been I've had 2 shots. Haven't been boosted because why the fuck? There's no point. That's just my opinion. Why? I did the thing that I had to do, in my opinion, at the time. Honestly, guys, crypto has brought me into a whole different realm of reality where I'm realizing these things where
Amen.
If I hadn't gone that route, I would be one of those persons that's we should probably get our 4th booster shot, we should probably get it. But I had my 2 shots. More information came out. I was online every fucking day with crypto. Charts news, Twitter, YouTube, channels, digital perspectives, all this stuff. Barrel Bull, looking at everything every day. Trust me, my girlfriend probably hates me for it, but I just keep telling her, don't worry, it's gonna be fine someday, and you can take the credit card and you can go buy whatever the fuck you want to buy because I don't care. It'll just give me some time. Just bear with me.
I'll say something on that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna follow up with the information that's coming out. Anyone that's in tune with it, why? Yeah, I had 2 shots. Sure, okay, but the information we have that everyone has without even digging into it, why would you go any further than that with all the information that's come out, you know? And I feel for the people that like did their thing that they had to do. I felt like I had to do my thing because my job required me to get my shots, and I go into hospitals. My job is classified as one of those jobs that like is kind of like mandatory. Like I have to go to hospitals.
Yeah.
I have to go to these
Essential worker.
places, dentist office,
Essential worker.
and places like that. So I'm essential. I had to get my shots. If I wanted to keep living my life, I had to do it. So I was like, sure, I'll do it. But I've already told my employer, and he knows, like, I'm not getting any more shots. Like, it's not happening. I'll figure out a way to do what I have to do. But I'm just not doing it. Like, I'm at that point now with everything that's going on. I'm not doing it. So,
Amen.
and that's just something that people around me are going to have to live with. I'm just not doing it. I think more people need to grow a set, and they need to do what they want to do. And I don't want to do that, so I'm not doing it. Fuck that.
Can I chime in real quick before
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
This is what I was going to say.
Real quick.
So my dad was a physician or a doctor. My dad explained to me when I was about 10 years old. It's a true story. I might have been 12. He said that if you have a bacterial infection, you can create a vaccine. And the vaccine will work, and it'll work permanently or semi-permanently, meaning that if you get the vaccine when you're 10, you might have to take it again when you're 40, okay? As a booster. With a viral infection, there is no such thing as a vaccine because it doesn't exist, because a vaccine mutates too often to create a vaccine. I learned this in 1978, between 1978 and 1980, or 82. So with that knowledge, when the whole, beer flu came around, I said, I'm not going to take the vaccine. But and I'm going to get a little personal here. My dad has Alzheimer's, so he's not, he's not 100%. My dad, my mom was like, oh, I've been watching MSNBC and CNN, and we need to get the vaccine. And if you don't get it, then you can't come see us, which is the reason why I took it. But I already knew that a viral infection, there's never, ever been a vaccine created to combat a viral infection. If it had been created, it would have taken care of the common cold. The common cold is a COVID virus. It might not be number 19, but it might be number 2. And then after number 19 came around, then there was a bunch of variants, and that might have been 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. You can't create, it has not been created yet. So what we lived through from 2020 to 2021, to me, was basically a farce. And here's the other problem. In nature, a bacterial infection, this is funny, can actually kill you. You can get that flesh-eating disease because you was, running around in a stream in South Georgia or whatever. But when it comes to viral infections, there typically is a way to get out of it. The only exception there ever was the HIV virus. And that's because they didn't have enough lead time to study it, learn, and figure out a way out of it. The other part about the HIV virus is that when HIV was coming around, nobody knew how it was transmitted. And that's how it was able to gain traction and do what it did. But eventually it got handled. It just took a very long time. So with that said, there's things that you can do to mitigate. And guess who was around during the HIV crisis in the early 80s? Dr. You know who. His last name starts with an F, ends with an I.
Yeah.
That's where that started. He was there for all of that. So with all that knowledge I had, that's why I have the thoughts that I have. Sorry, go ahead. Who's next?
No, real
I-
quick.
let me go.
Shout out to the chat for sure. I appreciate the chat. I'm trying to catch up on what everybody's saying. But yeah, shout out to the chat. They're doing the thing tonight. I can't participate because StreamYard on my phone. I can't chat and YouTube at the same time, but I just wanted to throw that out there. That's all.
Yeah, it's
nice.
not. It's definitely not easy
I
to
actually wanted,
talk and chat.
I wanted to go back to Rye also. I wanted to say, I think the situation with Rye, what you went through, the whole world went through the same situation where they forced everybody either your livelihood, feeding your family, or be on the streets. And I think that was the whole point of all of this. In the rough sketch, it was to wake everybody up. And because look at you now. Now you're a smarter, wiser, more aware person than you were before going in. You know what I mean? So I think
I agree with that. It goes a little deeper. I mean, to brutally honest, my mom had cancer when we were going through COVID, and that was super extra hard. And that made me realize things on another level beyond crypto and beyond all this shit. So I feel like that combined with crypto and the knowledge that I'm gaining, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but some days I kind of feel indestructible,
Well, you should. I mean,
compared to people around me.
You're constantly learning, you're adapting, and that's what makes survivors is adapting to your situations, no matter what shitty situation
I just feel
you're in.
lifted.
So, guys, I think Alan was trying to squeeze in, and also I still remember trying to hold that thought, what you said, Nerdy, about the whole offspring thing as well, because that's still what was the old days because of chattel, because of slaves that were birthing their offsprings were still deemed their property. But that changed over time as millennia, and really did stop here with the United States, with the exception with the whole the African slave trade, amongst other things. But that was the turning point right there. So even if that the vaccinated birthed, which is going to quite be hard to do because they're sterile, they have been sterilized. This all leads to point to gene therapy and writing the genes, but this altered state does not remain permanent. People repair and heal, and if that was the case, this is the reason why you could come back. People heal from autism, heal from these chronic diseases. Supposedly, it's supposed to be forever, but you do the right things, And I could loop into Alan with this, has this a practicing Christian man is that God has a plan for you. You leave it to His hands, and He opens up everything. He did not make you mistakes. You just do the right things. Keep your body healthy. Keep everything in check intact, and things are coming back into place. They need you to keep these schedules. The boosters are extra. It's just a affirmation of mental things right there. But the schedule and what matters most. That's the gene therapy right there. If you didn't take it, you miss it out. You're gonna see the same response of vitriol, and you are deemed say you're unvaccinated. You're just you didn't take the mark again.
You guys ready to go down the rabbit hole? Oh, yep. The red pill rabbit hole.
Yeah. For us that didn't. Yeah. The only mark we have for air quote the unvaccinated is the damn birth certificate for those who live in the United States. I have a birth certificate in Costa Rica, which means that the Vatican holds it still. Okay, outside of this nation, where Latin America and so forth, that's the fucking Vatican. That's the Holy See. But that's why I'm more interested in making it work here. Underlying that, both my parents and particularly my grandparents made a concerted effort for their future generations to have opportunity to grow both here in America, United States, and in Costa Rica.
Real quick. Sorry, man. I gotta stop because I gotta butt in just for a minute. We gotta tell people what they gotta do. So let me lay it out for you guys. Let me go down the rabbit hole a little bit and just make you understand that viruses were created in labs many, many years ago. There's many mutations, many different COVIDs. We're up to, COVID-19. There's Epstein-Barr. Epstein-Barr started with one when it was living inside of us. So did COVID, and they made these. They weaponized these things. They study these things. So, they're never going to be able to make something more than what the body can really handle. God's always made a way for the body to be able to get rid of these things. You just got to know what to do about it. The liver can reheal itself every 7 years and regenerate, but you have to get rid of these things that are actually causing the damage. Viruses. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about, Epstein.
I think Alan, you brought up a good point.
Hold on, let me finish.
Sorry.
I'm ADD and I'll get off the topic. So I just want to cover a few things. So what can get Epstein-Barr back to a dormant state and kill a lot of mystery illnesses are phytochemicals that are in certain vegetables. Like celery's amazing at it, apples and carrots and things like that. If you guys get on a regimen like this, you guys that have gotten the shots, you better be on your game with nutrition. You better be on like a celery cleanse for like 6 months. You better be growing it in your backyard. You better be going to the store and getting it, and juicing it, and staying on a regimen for a minimum of 30 days. If you even get a booster shot, you better be on the most highest concentrate of pharmaceutical beneficial bacteria that you can be on as well, because you're at risk. That's tons of heavy metal and foreign chemicals into your body. So difficult to get out. So I want to urge you to pay attention to what I'm telling you. Get on some serious regimen of nutrition. Otherwise, your body is not going to reheal itself. It's your generation of your liver regeneration. Sorry, couldn't even get that out. Is not going to happen because you didn't give your body what it needs to regenerate. So please get on that regimen as soon as you can. Rye Guy and a few others that mentioned DJ Jazzy, Sean.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, Alan,
for a month. I mean,
we'll have a
many of you know how to get a
conversation
hold
for
of
sure.
me. So I just want to point out, because I care about all you guys. I think you don't need to live in fear about it. You need to rise above and know that there's options. And I'm trying to lay it out for you. And I can do that another time just to save time. So I want to let you know.
Yes,
I'm here
I
help you
concur to
guys.
that, Alan. All options are on the table for those who actually, Right Guy, Sean, anyone who's vaccinated and looking to redeem themselves, seriously, that's what you're working from there with the cards you dealt with. Go for it. The obvious thing is to fuck Big Pharma and their entities. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's so funny is that Alan mentioned celery. I've always been taught that celery was basically meaningless. So that's
One of the
funny.
most powerful salts of any green leafy food on the planet. The powerful salts get all the way up and decalcify the blood-brain barrier blockage that like a lot of people that have mystery illnesses have. Because that's where the Epstein-Barr likes to go. It likes to get in your liver. It likes to spread throughout the liver and then get into organs, get into the thyroid for men, and get up into that blood-brain barrier and start decalcifying it and live back behind it and waste behind it. Toxic metal waste. It loves metal in the body. It grabs it, draws it, kind of lives with it in its own waste as well. That's where you get the neurological problems. That's where you get a lot of the cancers and irritations in the body and mystery illnesses. It's
Well, no,
the viruses
I'm all in.
that cause it.
I'm all in. On my way to work, I'm gonna stop at the grocery store, buy some carrots and some celery. Shout out to Berserker for letting this chat just go crazy and do whatever it's gonna do.
Love you too, Sean.
But there's lots of ways. There's lots of ways, but the best way, guys, is straight celery, no pulp, 16 ounces of pure celery juice every single day in the morning on an empty stomach for at least a month.
No, dude, I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
Dormant state, okay?
I got a juicer. I can do that.
Dormant state.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow on that. We good.
Sean. All right.
I want to say on
Thanks,
that
Alan.
point was-
Thanks, Alan.
I wanted to say that Alan brought up a really good point about the whole food and other nutrition stuff. And look what's happening right now with our food industry and how they're just destroying food plants and they're emptying out all the groceries. Have you guys seen the video of Walmart wrapping up all their foods because it all went bad or whatnot? So they're emptying out all these shelves and they're forcing people to eat garbage. So they're getting rid of all the nutrition that's going to fix you, and they're forcing people to eat sugars. You guys see that the new health recommendations, how they're saying Pop-Tarts are better than vegetables and all this other crap. So,
they've been saying the keto.
100% right.
All the meat and dairy and cheese that you could possibly eat. Oh, it's great for you. You're going to lose weight. There ain't nothing better than fruits and vegetables for you in this world. Okay, I eat.
That's
meat.
hilarious.
I eat meat. I eat steak, fish, chicken, pork. I eat it all. But you gotta have fruits and vegetables.
Really, dude?
The vegetables have the beneficial bacteria, but we commercialize it and we buy it from, let's say, you got California, spray off all the good stuff that was on there. By the time we get it, it's got nothing on it. It's just filtered water because it's like 2 weeks old and got no nutrition in there. And we wonder why freaking teeth are falling out and our hair's falling out and we're getting 20, 30 pounds overweight in our 40s. There you go.
But dude, Pop-Tarts, really?
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts is like the worst food you could eat.
Well, it's number one on the food chain now, thanks to our beautiful health administration.
Well, it used to be hot dog used to be the second worst food on the food pyramid.
That's crazy.
And now it's probably not.
Remember, being obese is like you're healthy, right? Don't fat shame me.
As long as you feel good inside.
Hey, can I get a word in that here?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
ahead, Norseman. What's up, pimp?
All right. So hey guys, the whole system thing. You guys are bringing up great points. If you can grow your own food, whether you got a little bit of land, you got some pots in the back of your deck, you're saying fuck you to the system. Your health is so important. That should be the number one thing. Your health should be your number one priority, not crypto. Well, of course, your family, but I guess crypto can be there. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, grow your food. Take the time. Hit me up. I got tons of seeds, you guys. I can hook you guys up with all kinds of stuff. You know me. Me and my wife can and freeze majority of our food. I just made a bunch of kimchi. You got to get those probiotics. You got to get your herbs. And like Alan said, vegetables. You throw some meat in there and all that stuff too, of course. But you detox, Rye guy. Sorry about your mom with the cancer and everything. Totally right, Sean. You too. Understand it. You get vaxxed or you don't get vaxxed. I'm not going to judge you or anything. But try and just lead a good life with that. Try and grow your food as much. I know it's hard, easy to say, hard to do though. Right?
The upstarts. I notice a lot of the projects, whether it's food or crypto projects or anything else, the upstart is hard, but the payoff is real if you're consistent and disciplined. And also, you got good circles backing you guys out to what.
I feel great. You know what I mean? I'm 54. I don't look my age. Yeah, I'm losing hair, Alan. You got to help me out on that one. But I think that's testosterone in my body.
Sebum plugs get blocked up with this. There's a it's almost like a baking soda, carbonated acid. What it is, carbonic acid. It gets.
You got to remember too.
Plugs.
I had a huge dose of radiation when I had cancer and everything, so that could be, but again, proceeding on that fine line, that is something you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was that?
How many years ago was that? You got the radiation.
I was 12 years old. I had stage 4 thyroid cancer spreading out through all my lymph nodes and my chest and my lymph nodes. I wasn't supposed to make it, but I did, and it's all good. I'm here for a reason. So, also,
glad you're here, man.
Yeah, detox, man. Detox. There's another one, good one. Like Alan was saying, with the heavy metals, cilantro is a huge metal expellent. It gets rid of that. Highly suggested you get some. Makes it cucumber. Yeah, cucumber, celery, a little bit of apple juice. I did a detox for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks. Felt great. I do watermelon detox. I'll fast. I do intermittent fasting. You know, me and my wife, and we try and keep healthy as much as we can.
Yeah, and
It's excellent.
I think everybody brought up good points, and one main thing that Norse said was very true was, if you need land to grow, right? Now, if everyone's renting and you own nothing, and where you're renting says, hey, you cannot grow anything, then you're stuck eating whatever they tell you to eat, right?
Dude, no, you can grow right in your house. I mean, if you got a closet, I can teach you guys how to grow enough food for like 5 people in a closet. I'm not kidding you. Get rid
Oh
of
yeah,
the shoes,
I know all about that.
boxes in there, and get 2 lights, and you can literally grow enough food for like 5 people in a freaking closet. I'm telling you.
In Asia, they have those self kits where you set up in the corner, you just put your seeds, and it does everything automatically. I mean, that's pretty cool.
You gotta get to
another
the
good
point where you know how to save seeds, though. That's the thing. Like Norseman, he said he's saving his seeds. You guys gotta learn how to do that.
Yeah, it's huge.
Videos, and you
We're
guys
doing
will-
microgreens. Microgreens are huge. We're actually doing sunflower microgreens where you just let it grow to two leaves on the the plant, and then you cut it and it's something maybe inch and a half. But those microgreens are key. You gotta get them into your body.
Yeah. Because all these are detoxins, right? This all just cleans your body, and cleans your blood.
Oh yeah. It's and the other thing too with that, you want to keep your exercise, do a little cardio, hit a little weight training. Keep active, do a little meditate top of it. Deep breathing, cold shower, cold exposure. Well, just getting a cold shower. So you take your shower, just doing a 5-minute cold shower for 1 year will take off 9 pounds of fat off of you. You know what I mean? So
wow.
Yes. What's the thing about, especially after elections, okay? Notice that people that have been paying too much attention to Los Angeles County, New York greater metropolitan area, and the media that's headquartered these areas, okay? It's like, you need to focus on your areas, your townsmanship, and because if they are really undermining you about growing your food and whatnot, that has to be addressed. Don't worry about New York City and whatnot. They are going to do what they're going to do here. And you just have to make sure that people who happen to fled or escape out, they have to be thoroughly vetted and told that saying, this is the culture, this is how it works. Everything you did back there, leave it behind. Otherwise, you're never going to really last here at all, because this is how it works, And
right on.
This is the one, as a person has been planning to leave here, which all the setbacks, but I had a major advancement that allows me to actually travel more easier instead of just driving on road tripping it, is that if I see complacency outside of this fishbowl, I won't tolerate that. I can't, because there absolutely should be no excuses, because you're not in New York City, you're not in Eastern Long Island, you're not right here. You've been seeing footage of how bad it is right here, okay? And now but don't let it distract you. You should be doing something that, like, Norseman, you have been doing well, very effectively well, but most people are not duplicating that, and they're giving you kind of asinine reasons. Come on, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we're fortunate. Me and my wife live in a townhome, but I went over to this farm and said, hey, could I rent some land from you and make a garden? They're like, yeah. And from there, now we're on year number 9. And now it took a life of its own. Now I'm selling and making, little extra change on the side. But if you guys are out in the country somewhat, ask somebody, hey, go, even if you have to drive 15, 20 minutes down the road and say, hey, can I rent this little piece of land and have a garden, work a deal out with them. Maybe, you can get some of the produce or, give you a little bit of whatever money, that's kind of where I'm at.
Hey guys, and this was part of my plan, okay, but that I was encouraged to do. In about a half an hour, I have to get on the boat. I'm on the dock right here, but I'm trying to get a Class B license of commercial trucking. Not going to go bigger, because really you don't have to do that. What I plan to do is try to work interstate and locally and regionally, helping people who are working more privately to get things done. It's like, you need to move your product. I'll help you spread the word out, get people buy your bulk. You name the price, I'll deliver it to them. Okay, how they process the food, it's on them. I have been telling people consistently that if you can't go there yourself, I will do it for you. You just have to come up the money. I'll charge the fee. I'll deliver to you, and the rest is yours to do. I'm not going to do it for you, because that's going to even cost even more money. That's how it works when you pay for retail. And I've done this between like so many times working retail stores, restaurants, and I'm closer to the crux of it right there, closer to this. Only a few people actually listen to me to say that you can go to these docks, speak to an E2B, and they will take your money.
Real quick. If I
Yep.
go black, that means that my internet went out because we're getting like in the 60+ mile per hour range.
He's
Right
getting
now. I was trying
battered
to
from a
show you guys
storm.
outside. I was trying to show you outside, but I couldn't because it would the glare off the sliding glass
Yep.
door. But shit is blowing around everywhere.
Mhm.
It's
this
fun
is
when
what. Yeah, guys, that outside of New York City, all these fucking shitholes, you could still do enterprise, but people are being held back because they're being showed imagery to be, I don't know, like Insect Strong to the dumpster fire. It's like, ooh, wow, for their own beauty music. And I'm coming out of the dumpster fire and just like, stop fucking watching this.
That you're right. See, the system, they want you to depend on them for everything. For the police, okay, well, why not carry a sidearm, a weapon? You know, the cops are minutes away when seconds count. Have fire extinguishers in every room. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, I get it. You might need the fire department, but if you can quick get that little fire out, you know what I mean? That's where this all comes down to. Grow your own food, so you don't have to go to Walmart or wherever and buy shitty food. You know, or end up taking all kinds of medication, you know, from pharmaceutical, you know, that it's amazing. It's just so, you know, and I've been like this for a long time. Just,
You could do better resources. Yeah, you don't have to go to these corporate places, which people are just littered with across the nations. You don't have to. Okay. Oh, I don't want to grow your food, but then find a better store or source. Okay. Because I'm speaking kind of with aggravation right here, because this is like if I had this problem and these are the solutions I'm willing to execute, I'm doing that. And there's also problems like people are making complaints. Well, they're not going to do it, and they're trying to egg me to do it like for them. I need to have compensation for this, okay? To make it worth my time, all right? And I'm also trying to not keep my mouth shut until people would register it to say, listen, you want to stop paying for this? You know, who does tell you this? Like Dr. Swat, they make you keep doing the business right here. I don't want to keep doing certain things forever, you know, no matter how much money you throw at me right there. If you do the work yourself, great. More time for me to spend on other projects I actually want to do as well. So grow, if you can grow and you want to go, your convictions there, do so. If you actually want to look a better deal, do so. Okay. You got to show up.
I just want to say something. What Norris was saying was 100% true, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to
burn to rise from the ashes. Buckle up. This is what we've been waiting for. I can't talk about other projects. Good luck to them. XRP better than the competition. That's why every day I increase my position.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt you, nerdy. Go ahead.
It's all good. Damn. Never mind. I forgot.
So I was just saying that. So let me try to jog it. Yes, I want
jog it.
It seems selfish to me and overlording me to this. You could shoot me for that, okay?
I remember. Sorry, I remember. I think the whole point, you have to remember, the whole point of all of this was they wanted to roll in socialism. So the whole point of socialism is, hi, I'm the government, I'm here to help. So that's where UBI and carbon credits come into play, is, hey, now we control your life completely. You know what I mean? So 100%.
that's a raw deal when you mention carbon credits. It's like you're telling me that this fucking shit right here, that you guys are actually trying to coerce me, that I'm making the energy, I'm making the electricity to convert those carbon credits, and I'm supposed to get some nice little trinkets behind that? Go fuck yourselves. Really, go fuck yourself. I want a better deal for my megawatts.
Tell us how you really feel, EC.
But don't worry, you can sell it. You can, if a wealthy person uses their too much energy because of their high lifestyle, you can just sell it. But you know what people don't understand what it's doing? This is how you get rid of this is how you combine a middle class and a lower class, and you completely eliminate a whole freaking class of people, because now they're buying directly off from each other. And that's the part that people don't understand is that once this new system kicks off and this whole XRP system, everything happens, it's only going to go up in value. And that's going to create such a large freaking insane wealth gap. It's going to be absolutely insane. And no one's going to be able to freaking come out of it. That's that's so freaking scary. And that's inevitable. No one can stop that.
Alex, Luna Classic is up, buddy. 5.62% right now. It's only one of the second top gainer right now. We
Only
talked about it.
5%, though. That's nothing.
And
yeah,
hey,
but
Nerdy,
the only thing that's up, the DYDX on crypto.com and Luna Classic and the Maker are the only 3 cryptos that are in the green right now. Just
Who's
saying.
rooting for 28 cents? Let's go.
Right. More to scoop. And then Alan's words of wisdom right there. If you get it.
Go ahead.
Dude, you get it. You get it under 50 cents or under $1. It's just only profit from there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're going to be really worried about 20, 30 cents when this shit is like 5, 8, 9. I mean, really, come on. How greedy do you need to be? I mean, if you only got 1,000 or so, I get it. You're picking up an extra 300 or something like that. I know, but I mean, some of us OGs in here got, pretty good sized bags. So we're not really worried about 10, 20, 30 cents. But, each to his own. I'm planning on holding 40% of my bag, more than likely for life. So I don't, I'm not even worried about even the 589, I think we're going to get way higher than that. I think we're going to get tens of thousands of dollars for XRP. So
amen, brother. Amen.
My 40% holding
Hell
out
yeah,
for
brother.
a year or 2 years or 20, 30 even is just going to be, I'm going to collect a little bit of money on these run-ups, that we're probably going to get a nice little bull run, a small one, and then a crashy crash like we got right now. This is just shake out the weak-ass hands, which none of us are because we're here right now talking about it.
Hey guys, if you got any club in your Zum, go mint on xrp.com, go mint a bearable bull, and you'll get a rich duck.
Hell yeah.
By having a bearable bull from Club XRPL.
Right on.
So if you have club token in the trust line in your Zum, if you have a club token, CLUB, if you have one of them, you can go over to onxrp.com and go to Bearable Bull Collection and mint an XLS 20 Bearable Bull. And by minting one of those Bearable Bulls, you get a rich duck too. So that's pretty cool.
So is it actually Bearable Bulls NFT?
Yeah, so Club XRPL, which is the club token, they did a Bearable Bull NFTs as well as Rich Duck NFTs for our very own XRP bags.
Yeah.
So Bearable Bull and bags both are in on that. So
Bags sent me a text message about a few hours ago on how to do it. So I got to set the trust line, and he's going to send it to me. But yeah, dude, hey, Berserker, for real, this chat went like way right. I'm loving it. But
good right.
No. Right is only good. If I said way left.
Well,
out, y'all. It's a freaking signs are blowing off the trees.
You're getting tore up. You got to bounce. I'm sorry, Alan. You're in the you're in the storm.
Till I can't.
Yeah.
I see the power flickering, so it ain't gonna be long, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Alan, stay safe.
All right, Alan.
I see
sometimes
trees going sideways. It's,
all right, Alan.
It's not much longer. But I'm
Alan, stay safe, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'll be fine,
I just
guys.
let the chat go wherever it goes. That's what we do sometimes. You know, it's fun.
No, we're good. No, we're good.
The way
I
she goes.
was just saying thank you. I appreciate everybody on the panel. I definitely appreciate the chat because I've been monitoring on my other phone, and yeah, it's cool.
Nice.
You know, I appreciate Berserker. Berserker, you are more than a scholar, my friend. You've been faithful to the community. You've been here. You know, you've stuck it out, and it takes a lot of work and effort, man. I just want to applaud you for that. And
thanks, brother.
You know,
yeah, we got to ride this till the wheels fall off, or if the wheels are still on and we make it
Hell
to
yeah.
the other side.
That's right.
That's right.
We'll be doing some cool shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna eat all the vegetables and all the meat and all the butter and all the cheeses. I'm gonna fucking eat it all. Let's go.
It's gonna get weird in the grocery store later. Have a basket full of celery.
It's the salt.
What are you doing?
It's the salt, I tell you.
I've been there.
It's the celery.
Getting, like, 8 bunches of
Telling
celery.
you.
People are like, hey, you got some squirrel? You got some rabbits or something?
I mean, using a juicer is pretty fun too. If you use one of the centrifugal ones, like I have, you just you feed it through, and it makes noise, and it fucking gets the juice out. The corkscrew style is good too, for
That's
leafy
called
vegetables and stuff. Yeah.
Cold press is
more of the
way
juice
better
out.
than the centrifugal because it doesn't heat the celery up. And I forgot to tell you guys, celery is immediately breaking down as soon as you juice it. That you can't store it up and put it in the refrigerator overnight and drink it in the morning. It don't work that way. It's immediately breaking down. That's why it's so effective on a virus. Okay.
Just juice it and chug it right away.
Juice and chug.
Exactly, on an empty
Juice and
stomach.
chug.
Yep.
Oh, guys, before this slips my
Is it
mind.
better to eat celery instead?
You can eat it throughout the day, and that does help. But the thing is that you guys got to pay attention. When I was saying earlier, I said you have to drink 16 ounces for a reason. It takes a full 16 ounces to get completely through the bloodstream, up into the blood-brain barrier in your skull, and start decalcifying that blockage. And a lot of people have it. Okay, and that's enough to get back behind that and kill. And that virus go dormant. Okay, that's what you need to do. That's the secret to health. If you have any type of mystery illness or any kind of heavy metal overdose, and a lot of people don't realize that since the Industrial Revolution, most of our parents got exposed to DDT. That was just enough exposure right there to be on the danger side. That's why there's really not much. I don't believe in genetics. What I believe in is genetic overload that's been passed on from mother to son and mother to daughter from generation to generation since this industrial revolution happened. And this toxic overload stays in the liver and just gets transferred from one mother to son and mother to daughter. If you guys don't understand what I'm saying. That's what's really happening. And they don't talk about it because it would just make medical science have to re-evolve. That is the reality of what's really happening. And I didn't want to break it down kind of like that, but that's really what it is. If you guys understand what I just explained to you and research that, then you'll unlock the mysteries of health.
Need to filter your water too.
Yeah, for sure. Good one, dude. Thank you for bringing that up. Fluoride is just a docile, incident waiting to happen as soon as you start drinking it and bathing in it. You can get water filters for your shower that screw on from Amazon, that aren't that expensive, and buy multiple ones so you're not getting it in your pores. You definitely don't want to drink any water. The best way to filter your water is reverse osmosis or distilling your water. If you don't have any machine or technology, you can just distill water. But,
Distilling is actually a good. Distilling is a good economic start right there for those who tried, can't. It's like if you're getting dissuaded, like you're buying a Lambo and you just want the Toyota, just do a distillery process. Distill your water, and you can mineralize it through using some salts or use it with berries or celery, that good stuff. And also, before it slipped my mind because of health things right here, because I'm pretty much adamant because what has activated me about people's reaction after elections is that I'll tell you think about what happened here in New York City where everything went wrong. Okay, because you have these projects that require more money, so you have to increase capital credits and so on and forth. So these buildings didn't go like higher by accident. So what happened is that the policies and ideologies that all rudimentary says we need more money, but they never knew exactly where to get it from precisely. You have the lower classes and the upper classes that exhausted their capitals and credits through the banks, and where they look to public money. That's where things get extremely wrong. And I've seen that, through Californians and New Yorkers that go to Miami or Texas, because you still have that time period where in New York City or Los Angeles County in California, where things haven't gotten that bad, but then they go over there because you have the amenities, you can do the same things, but rudimentary in the sickness that people's mind is that when it's never enough money, you want more. And then when you exhaust everything you have, or you don't want to exhaust your resources, you have to use it for use someone else's. I think that's the danger I see people or try to elaborate, say, New Yorkers or whatnot coming from, is that's not a fair judgment. You know certain people that, when they, made their exodus and they sold whatever they have and they just want to live there, that's a commitment right there. But you have certain people that have not shaken off, and they're actually want to change who you are and whatnot, and they have all this money. You have to be very wary. So I could see that happening. Why these things have certain counties that turn purple or whatnot, it's because somebody took a bribe or took in money from people they shouldn't have in the first place, regardless. But again, people want development. You have to develop it within. Start growing your food, work together, trying to make things better and outperform the very people you're pointing at, instead of just amuse yourself with memes and sort of do the work and do better, because that's what people pay attention to most, especially the very good people who are looking to redeem themselves, is results. When people, with your health, people want to see results. You're cured, you're healthier. That's what they see results. Your house, much better and at cost effective. That's results right there. But yes, more of things right there. And I think in letting people to run its course right here. I've kind of what I wish that things can be bankrupted, but I don't think that New York City has a corporation and where things run here is going to get there to that right now. Just how things are set up, it's rigged to that. But everywhere else where they're not New York City, they don't have those backing, they have it like that, they can go belly up. And you have us who has been doing the great work can come in before anyone else can, especially those cretins, buying up land and property in wholesale. You have to be prepared for that. That's what the Gates did with Maricopa County. That's why you have the tomfuckery happening in Maricopa County, because money was being funneled in, both private sector and public sector, and they bought these machines. They do all this fuckery around there, and people are just like, what it does that out, because you have people, operating money through those counties. The reason why they're open up for that, because nobody either county, they were just complacent enough that it was going to be red, in Arizona or whatnot. No. So do your work, and when you want to spread out and go acquire property, that has to come with that certain conviction right there. And even though that's probably more likely, that's my personal side, but that's why I see what they did. If I was them, they're going to do that. If they're going to do that, I'd rather stake a claim to land that they'll be cock blocked with. With crypto,
Well said.
I think with crypto, with the assets that we moon, we have capabilities to do so, and also grow businesses and enterprises and so forth right there. has pioneers and early adopters. When the masses come in through, all that's a different ball game have to play. They play because now it's a diminishing returns. As mass adoption comes with the beginning of diminishing returns. I think we have to provide something right there for the mass adoption is a better deal to keep the ball rolling. Instead of them keep going back to the old fucking people or cutting them with bullshit deals.
Yep, you're right. Somebody just jumped in their car. I was gonna say the best way.
It's windy as hell out here. Hi guys, it's
Stephanie's
Stephanie.
on the chat.
All right,
Hello.
go ahead.
Talk to us.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay, we got a storm or whatever, tropical storm, and I lost power, so I am in my car trying to drive around finding good Wi-Fi. But just hey, I'll keep my crazy to a minimum tonight. No, man, you guys, anybody that hasn't gotten their bull or their whatever, they're gonna get their duck. Robbie, the guy that's kind of heading that up, Bagman really picked a good one. He has done so much research on, and he's been keeping the people that are doing the minting and the validators. He's been staying on top of everything, and I would join the Discord if you haven't done it yet. That's all I got to say about that.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Nice.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. My phone's about to die.
Still in one piece.
What's that? Who's bouncing?
I'm gonna bounce. My phone's about to die. I'm like on 10%.
Thanks for coming on, Nerdy. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, dude.
Right.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Nice talking to you guys.
East Indian guy.
North Indian, bro.
Oh, my bad. North.
One love. Peace.
Later,
Peace.
brother. What's that, EC? What did you say? EC?
No, I was just saying that I'm glad you said Stephanie's still getting back to us and she's still in one piece. And I think it's almost time for me to bounce as well because, again, I have to be on the boat real soon. But yes, I saw people on the comments like, don't New York my Florida or whatnot. It's just that I get where you guys are coming from, but kind of have to backpedal that because you have a portion of people who are absolutely not interested in that. One of those people, and as far as I'm concerned, ones who would New York or Florida or vice versa, that's saying that they're going to come after me when they realize that all things are a little bit more better and I was right, and they're going to try to weasel their way in to this living standards and whatnot, and still try not to change. I would say with all that, just like saying you grill them. You really grill them. And
dude, you got this, bro.
Saw my captain pull up. Gotta go, guys.
All right, later, EC.
Stay
Stay safe.
winds, following seas.
All right,
stay safe. Don't slip.
Hey guys, everybody, I just put a link in the chat. Everybody go to that YouTube link and hit like and hit notify. Crypto Tales has a premiere tomorrow and it's going to be fire. So watch out for that, guys.
Right on.
Is it a premiere music video or just one of his deep dive brain things? Do we know?
It's a new song. It took him 4 days
It's a
to
new
edit.
song. That's what I'm asking.
It's a 4-minute song. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah. How else we doing, guys? Anything new?
Nah, we ran through a whole bunch of stuff, dude.
Skill said it adds 33 minutes to your life.
What's that? What do you need?
I'm eating a peanut butter sandwich because Jay Kill said it adds 33 minutes to your life.
Jay Kill never lies, bro. You
So I'm
better
gonna add
listen.
33 minutes right now.
You better listen. Love it.
Hey, dude. Berserker, are we ready to call it? I just checked the time. We're at 2.5.
Nice.
That was a good show.
I got absolutely nothing else to do. And now that I'm high and chatting, y'all gonna blow. No, it's good chatting with you guys. I do. If anybody gets a chance, I don't want to drop a link, but look into South Carolina's crypto regulation bill. it's fucking brilliant, and I'm hoping that the whole world will follow that lead. And I'm surprised it's being kept so quiet.
Drop it in the link.
I'm not dropping any links. You don't want any links dropped from me. Trust me.
Got you.
Love it.
We'll look it up.
Why EC so mad? I think he had to go to work. He had to get on the boat, the fishing boat. Bagman. Jay Kills, shout out to Kills. We love you guys. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, EC was waiting on the boat captain so he could jump on. So
yeah, he's just mad. He's got to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vlogs is bouncing too. Got to go. We love you, Vlogs.
All right,
Vlogs.
Later.
See you, Alex. Because I don't give a fuck what you do with your money.
Yeah. Right on. XRP Beaner 13 threw $100 at the standard. XRP ain't shaking me out. Let's go. There we go.
Nice, man.
Yeah, you might as well dump on some shit. It's low. Who knows if it's going to go lower? Who knows? It's perfect time to buy another bag, you know?
Yeah. And Bearable Bull did a video today, and he told all his Discord people like 3 days ago to sell their FTX. And I don't know if that might have triggered some more. It might have been dumping anyway, but I know he's got a bunch of whales in there, and that I don't know. I wouldn't give up on FTX. I think they've got some stuff up their sleeve.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Vlogs' bedtime. There we go. Yeah. So guys, if you guys got a chance, go over, check your Sun wallet, see if you got any club in there, and then if you got one whole club or more token, you can get a Bearable Bull for it, and then you'll get a rich duck later. So it's pretty cool to be part of this whole XLS 20 rush, NFT rush, you know, with the club
It's
XRPL.
exciting.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot more. I mean, it's already, I've been hearing about it immediately as soon as they were doing it, to where, if I'm hearing this correctly, you're going to be able to take your NFT, the art one, and then layer it with another type of digital type NFT technology. So you'll be able to have two types. If I'm understanding it correctly. So it'll be like you can have an NFT with art on it, and then be able to put digital information on it as well. And let's say you get tired of being Marvin the Martian or whatever, and you want your information off of that, you can then sell that NFT, which would be considered a collectible. So could you imagine like having Elon Musk's old fucking, there's going to be value in resale in them as well, is what I'm getting.
Yeah. If you guys want to have a little inside scoop of like how Vegas went, I know it was about a couple months ago. It's on this link right here. Tails went ahead and posted like a little live stream of us in Vegas. So it's kind of fun to watch that. Put it in the link right there in the chat. Boom. I do appreciate you guys joining us. You guys want to call it so far? You guys got anything new? Figured we just have a easy peasy Kryptonite Live 62. What do you think?
We're good. We can call it.
I'm chilling.
Gooch. Okay, guys, keep your eyes. Picked up a small bag XRP, little baby one today. Nice.
Let's play some music.
But
play the football thing.
You want the football thing?
Hell yeah!
All right, we'll go ahead and call it. We'll follow this out with the football thing, and then we'll see if we can get something popping in as far as music goes. So let's see if let's do.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the chat. It was a good night.
Okay, we love you guys. We'll go ahead and watch the football thing
later.
It's pretty fun. Have a great evening, okay, everyone. Let's go ahead.
Las Vegas.
See ya.
Sierra Fuego.
Later, guys.
Ready, we ready, we ready for y'all. We ready, we ready, we ready for y'all.
I tell them? Hey, look, Crypto Tales never catching no L's. You only fail if you sell. Big bag full of tail. $60 for 100K, never getting late. Turn it into 6K in a couple days. I ain't lying. Get it in before they buy it. Make it passive income, liquidity supply. In the T's and O's, where the fees is low. Luna's terrible. XRP to go. When Bitcoin is dropping, all coins taking the hit. You know it's nothing. No other option when the cryptos get the swapping. Watching how they selling like an auction. I'm copping, waiting for crypto adoption. I'm a crypto OG, know you heard of me. I tell them put it in the bag like a burglary. In all honesty, quality over quantity. Living like it's monopoly, buying up all this property. It's so simple, don't sell your crypto down in hands essential, so influential. You months, I'm tell them what it's hitting for. Portfolio blowing up exponential, money making potential. It's quintessential, new residential, watch presidential. You months, I'm tell them what it's hitting for. Portfolio blowing up exponential. Make these racks, then I lay low. Moving profits in the stables. Heavy pockets from these payloads. Day ones, I got a snake close. Day two, I'm on that stealth mode. Big bag full of ODL like holy hell. Sitting on that holy grail, man, it's Crypto Tales. I don't play that lottery, I got that XRP. We just winning in slow motion if you asking me. At the SEC, that's that Gary G. Mr. Burns with a perm, not trying to help you earn. I'm trying to help you learn. That's really my concern. Too much supply, they gotta let it burn. Crypto's not a gimmick, why you acting timid? You know that I'ma get it, almost time to send it. She want my bags now, and you know you tripping. I never back down, and you know I'm winning. It's so simple, don't sell your crypto down in hands essential, so influential. You months, I'ma tell them what it's hitting for. Portfolio blowing up exponential, money making potential. It's quintessential, new residential, watch presidential. You months, I'ma tell them what it's hitting for. Portfolio blowing up exponential. I'm a crypto OG, know you heard of me. I tell them put it in the bag like a burglary. In all honesty, quality over quantity. Living like it's monopoly, buying up all this property. It's so simple, don't sell your crypto. Diamond hands essential, so influential. A few months, I'ma tell them what it's hitting for. Portfolio blowing up exponential.
And then I will make a bit better decision. At least I have something to hang my hat on, and not fucking
Organ on my necklace, doing
fucking
it.
profits. Yeah. In the euro. Who gives a fuck? Remember. Hey! Don't give a fuck! F you, Gary Gensler. F you!